is Oregon Regional here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are live tonight. If you want to come in, video chat with us during the broadcast, you can do that. Um, Everything's game audio only, no video allowed due to copyright rules. So you have to follow those rules. So, please do not ask for any live video feeds because we cannot provide them. So.
50-year-old Mark Wasikowski has done an outstanding job in a short amount of time.
So we'll begin in just a few moments.
Before getting the job at Oregon a couple of years ago, and he's got this team on the cusp of the program.
LSU and Oregon winner take call tonight. The winner will go to the Super Regional. The loser will go home.
Zavala, Yovan. But Anthony Hall has also been terrific down the order a bit, a couple of home runs, and he has driven in 7, Ben, in this region.
So,
dangerous when you got 5 guys in front of him hitting well over
Taylor Smith comes up.
Big bat, 6 homers and 36 RBI. So
we'll begin the regional just a second. Our first pitch. So, Oregon will bat first here in the top of the first, no score.
The Oregon Ducks first time hosting.
Here's your pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1. 1-0 is the count.
And Tanner Smith leads it off. Third team All-American, 4 for 13 with an RBI this weekend.
Fouled off. That's going to make it 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Ducks 4 hits yesterday. It was a quiet night at the plate.
Not coming up.
And he also had the last hit of the ballgame. They didn't have any hits after the 3rd inning.
Pitch in there for strike 2. 1-2 is your count on good strike offered by Mikael Yahilliard.
But that overhand breaking ball, that's his bread and butter. That's how he collects a lot of his outs.
Pitch coming up here.
1-2 to the sophomore left fielder.
Ground ball.
Wrapped on the ground.
Rolled to first. And time. And the inning is over. No, the inning's not over. 1 out. So Smith rounds out in the inning.
This unit this weekend has had 7 errors.
Yeah. That's a concern for me for LSU. They're fielding 950.
So, Milazzo at catcher. So Milazzo will be the catcher tonight.
At some point, if you can look at Trey Morgan, at some point, they're going to blister you. That's why LSU has to be clean on defense tonight.
Batter coming up is Yovan. He is the pitch in there for a strike 0-1.
2 for 5, a couple of home runs, and
So we're just underway here in the Oregon regional here, no score. LSU and
sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning.
Fouled off.
He's behind 0-2.
So he's 0-2 on the count.
It is a big bat, 16 home runs, and he showed that. Game 1, you mentioned this regional, he had 2 long home runs. And not a base hit since then, but he does have a couple RBIs. Fielder's choice, he got an RBI to sacrifice fly as well.
And it's going to be a pop fly to center field. And that's going to be caught. And the inning is going to be over. No, the inning's not over yet. 2 outs. Excuse me.
We're 2 down. Wind at night is certainly going to help balls get out of here. But once the sun sets, it's really hard to get it out of PK Park.
Yeah, it's a fair ballpark. I mean, we've seen it carry pretty good here. But if you go around the regions around the country, it's probably one of those fairest picture parks there is. I was watching the game in Oxford today. I think there was 11 home runs hit between Southern Miss and Ole Miss over in Oxford.
It's going to be fouled off.
Start for Hilliard. 2 up and 2 down, and now he has to face the
2 down in the inning.
Here in Aaron Zavala. The Oregon native 4 for 14 with a homer.
Zavala comes up for Oregon. That pitch is going to be in there for ball 1. 1-1. Did you count?
5 homers in that game. Took out Gonzaga 7-3 Saturday. And then the 4-1 loss to LSU last night.
Fouled off.
That's fouled off 1-2.
So it's going to be 1-2 is the count.
Yeah, keep an eye on Mikhail here.
Yeah,
He started just 2 days ago. So you wonder how long he can go. You think he's probably got at least 2 innings. I think the pitch count's going to determine how far he can go. Right now, he looks pretty good. The fastball's got a little cut to it. If you watch it, it'll kind of go from right to left. He doesn't throw anything straight. And the big overhand breaking ball. And you may see an occasional changeup as well.
This is the home plate umpire tonight. It's Mike Morris, Wilson Rayner at third, Dave Susi at second, and first base bag, Jeff Gore.
Pitch coming up. So it's 2-2.
2-2.
And that's going to make still 3-2.
That's a good take.
They full count at 3-2.
That's what Aaron Zavala has done.
Zavala?
Right around 400 the entire year. He also leads them in stolen bases for 11 as well.
Pitch coming up for ball's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to be a walk.
50th walk of the year, also a team record. He has a terrific eye. And so Zavala is
So nice little walk for runner at first, and 2 outs. McKinney here, he has to get back on track here. I mean, that was just 1 walk, so he has to get back on track.
Here's Paul Mary. What's going through his mind, Ben?
Looks like he's just looking ahead, looking at spring charts, trying to get defensive positioning. I think the start of this game is so important. I really do. I think whoever can score first in this game is going to have all the momentum.
Yep, pitch, fly ball
First pitch, the cleanup man,
to center field. It's going to be caught, and the inning is over.
The shortstop makes the catch. A walk to Zavala, but he's stranded in the top of the.
So once again, no score. We'll give you the scoring plays, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We're going to the bottom of inning number 1. LSU will come to bat. Score is 0-0 here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We will have audio on. So if you want to come in and talk to about LSU baseball, what you think about this game, if you think LSU can win this game tonight, you can post your comments via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. That's highly optional for anybody. So let's go ahead and go over some scores tonight. Let's go over some scores. I'm going to go over some NBA scores. Let me get that up on my switch my screens, and we'll give you NBA updates. Okay. In the Eastern Conference semifinal game 2, Brooklyn wins 125-186 over the Bucks. So right now they're leading 2-0. So they're having 2-0, commanding 2-0 lead in the semifinals. Now in college softball, Florida State defeats Alabama 8-5. That was their game. And we'll get back to LSU baseball. So let me switch this out. Stop the screen. We'll get back to LSU baseball. The score is no score. LSU getting ready to get underway.
The game in his college career, 4 appearances last year. They were out of the pen. He's been in 20 games this year, Clay. Not 1 start under his belt, but look at the numbers. The numbers are really good. 50 strikeouts, only 7 walks, and 35 in the 3rd inning pitch.
Paul Maneri announced his retirement last week and trying to get back to Omaha. Of course, won the national championship in 2009. He's had Dylan Cruz at the top of the order.
Yeah, so Dylan Cruz comes up here.
Absolutely outstanding as those numbers.
Zach Garner will be next, and also Trey Morgan.
4 runs batted in. 10 hits in the region.
And there's not been many cheap hits in those 10 either. They have been barreled up through 3 up the left yard.
So Dylan Cruz comes up here at the top of bottom end of 1. Pitch is in there for a strike. He puts it in. Puts it in pretty good. Pitch. Ground ball. Throw it to first. In time. One gone. So he grounds out on the shortstop.
In 2019, but it's going to be interesting to watch the catcher tonight. Sam Olson getting the start. Jack Scanlon, their starting catcher, injured yesterday, suffered an injured finger, and he is likely out for the rest of the year.
That pitch is in there for a ball. That's going to bring 1-0 is the count.
Sam Olson.
Yeah, Sam's not had a lot of
So next batter up is Arnold.
It's to see how the pitchers adapt to him, how he adapts to these big situations.
Pitch. Fouled off.
And that was fouled off. And Zach Arnold, who's at second base again tonight. And he's had a good tournament. 6 for 13 with a run batted in.
Pitch coming up.
Temecula, California, so he's back out here on the West Coast.
That's going to be low. That's going to make a ball 2. 2-1 to count. Zach Arnold.
Yesterday in game 1 for LSU against Gonzaga. That was the 243rd homer of this year's tournament, setting a new
The pitch is going to be
record since the BB Core era was introduced. Here's the broken finger.
He broke his finger yesterday. That's one of the players that broke his fingers.
One more inning after that.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Throw is in time. There's 2 gone in the inning.
And what an end to the Arkansas-Nebraska game. Pinch hitter Charlie Welch coming through in the clutch. A 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, cracking this game wide open with the Razorbacks going up 6-2 with only 1 inning to go. They would go on to win.
So Arkansas goes to the Super Regional. Congratulations to them.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. We'll keep an eye on that regional. As we
Trey Morgan comes up here.
Trey Morgan.
Here's your pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1.
Year for the freshman out of New Orleans. Leads LSU in hitting, stolen bases, drives in a ton of runs, and we've already talked about his glove at first.
Pitch.
5 for 18 with 3 ribbies.
It's going to be a nice little hit.
This one to left.
So base hit.
Hit of the night for the Tigers.
For the first hit for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first. So Trey Morgan gets on at first.
Watch this swing here. Watch the hands go first. Ball's just away.
Nice little hit right there to left field.
He just simply inside outs it and finds the barrel right over the third baseman, Sam Nowitzki. He's having a pretty good regional too play. 6 for 19, 4 RBIs as well.
Dugas here's a pitch, and it's going to go to center field, and it's gone! Gavin Dugas 2-run homer. Makes it 2-0 LSU on top.
18th home run of the year, and the Tigers jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the first.
Well, that's one way to get the party started. Gavin Dugas was kind of quiet game 1.
And that's what we need to start doing in this game is get those hits early. So 2-0 is the score after Gavin Dugas hit a home run. The center field, nice little over that green monster. So Kay Doherty coming up here in the bottom of the first. Let's see if we can keep it going. That pitch is going to be in there. That's going to make it 2-0. Is your count? Kay Doherty.
2 days for Gavin Dugas.
Well, that's the strength of LSU.
Pitch.
It's not a high batting.
That's going to be
They can roll around the ball.
just
86
inside ball.
That's the 12th best in the
Three.
entire country.
3 balls, no strikes.
They always have a puncher's chance.
As
Yes.
a team, that's their 6th home run in this
Going to
region.
be in there for a strike. So that's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike to Gay Doherty. Pitch.
3-1 is
And another pitch going. That's going to go, and it's going to go off the wall. And that's going to be a double for Doherty.
Second base with a stand-up double with 2 outs.
So double for Doherty here in the bottom of the first. Scores 2-0 LSU on top.
Watch the location of this pitch. You can see the catcher Olsen sets up kind of down away. This ball is just about middle away, but it's thigh high. Gavin Dugas, that short, compact swing, finds the barrel. He gets every stitch of that one. 18 home runs, 65th RBI of the year.
Dugas was battling some sore ribs.
Bianco comes up, pitch coming up, and that's going to be in there for ball 1. 1-0 should count. Let's see if Bianco can keep the inning alive.
The Tigers got eliminated early at the SEC tournament. He used those extra days off to get back to health. And now it certainly appears that he's back to 100%.
Pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to be 2-0.
Three straight hits for LSU.
Pitch coming up here. That's going to be make it 3-0.
Is such an important part of a team's
So 3-0 should count.
success or lack of it during postseason play. Well, LSU had two out hits in yesterday's win over Oregon, and they've already had 3 2-out hits here in the first inning against Mosiello.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's going to make it 3-1.
Now, Paul Maneri being aggressive, green light for Bianco, 3-0. He could leave the ballpark. A little over 100 at bats is all he's got. He's got 6 home runs.
Paul wearing the gloves. It's a bit of a chilly night again in Eugene.
Yeah. Pitch. It's going to be a fly ball.
Down the line.
Right field.
Zavala coming
It's going
over.
to be caught. And that inning, when the inning is over. But LSU, let's go ahead and put those information up on the screen. But LSU puts up 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the second. The score is 2-0 LSU. So the inning began.
You earn unlimited 4% cash back on.
So the inning, let's go back to the inning. The inning began with Cruz grounding out, Arnold grounding out, and then Morgan started the onslaught with the let me get that back in there. Started with the single, and then Dugas hit a 2-run homer, and also Doherty hit a double, and then a fly out. So that was in the bottom of the first. Score is 2-0 LSU on top. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for joining us here. Looks like we got 6 viewers. Appreciate you coming in. I got to turn the sound down. Got a lot of music playing. So if you got any questions, any sports related stuff, you can chime away. That'll be fine. We'll welcome any sports related stuff into the broadcast. So if you want to do that, come on down. Right now, LSU, this game right here is very important. If LSU wins this game tonight, they will be in the Super Regional. They will be paired up with the Knoxville Regional. Whoever wins out of that Knoxville Regional will be playing LSU if they get to the so that is something to consider. So the score is 2-0. We'll get back to game coverage.
We're nothing.
So it's 4-0 for Stanford on top of UC Irvine.
So the Stanford Cardinal trying to.
Todd Floyd coming in here for his work.
Running a berth to the Super Regional. Already a new pitcher for LSU, Ty Floyd, making his 20th appearance as.
So Todd Floyd's in. 0-2 win-loss record, 386 ERA. He has no saves. He has 23 innings of work. He has 15 hits given up, 39 strikeouts, and 14 walks. So I want to see, like I said, I want to see this LSU pitching staff just absolutely just go the distance.
6 or 7 arms out there tonight.
Well, Hilliard walks Zavala.
Pitch that's going to be fouled off.
Left the first inning unscathed. He gets his job done and turns it over to Floyd.
So Floyd.
Kasevich, Hall, and Nowitzki. 5, 6,
So
and 7.
Kasevich comes up for
Josh Kasevich
Oregon.
has been solid at shortstop all year. Second-year freshman.
Pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. That's no ball. 1-1.
Pitcher out of Palo Alto High School. He's been very valuable in the field and a terrific
Pitch.
batting average. So pocket.
So it's going to make the count 2-1.
Yeah, he has been really good on defense this region, too. It's a nice, steady arm, a good glove.
Kasevich 3 for 12 with a run batted in this
Pitch.
weekend.
Fly ball
Didn't get all of it.
to center field, and that's going to be caught. So that's going to be one on for Oregon.
What's at stake? Oregon trying to get to the Supers for the second time in program history. They went in 2012, and that's the year they got upset by the Kent State Golden Flashes in the Supers. LSU seeking its 15th trip. Most recently went in 2019.
Yeah. So winners take all tonight. Pop fly to
Here's Anthony.
it's going to be a base hit.
First base hit.
The base hit for
And their second base run. So Anthony Hall continues
so Hall
to
gets on
swing a
first
the second
and
year
one gone.
Really enjoyed our conversations with Paul Maneri and Mark Wasikowski this week, Ben.
Yeah, it was good to talk to Paul. And of course, he had already said it in his press conference, but just a big weight off his shoulders when he made the announcement. He seemed to have a little extra pep in his step this week and talking.
That's why I said I'm glad he's got it. I'm glad he's is absolutely taking it in stride. His retirement, because look, this just came out of the blue, folks. Absolutely came out of the blue with Paul Maneri.
4 for 9 with a ribby in the tournament. Nowitzki's been a key man.
Nowitzki comes up for
especially defensively this year. He was their second baseman
Oregon.
a season ago.
Scores
He
2-0.
moved over to third. It
Runner
seemed like the
first.
kind of came together
One out.
because they were able to put
Easy
Kasevich
pitch.
in short, and it's just kind of
It's going to be fouled off, and that's going to bring the count 1-1.
Look at their numbers and their fielding percentage. They're fielding at 980. They're top 15 in the entire country are the Ducks in fielding percentage. So it is a good defense. It's plenty of offense and pitching too, and that's the reason why they were a top 16 national seed.
Pitch coming up.
8th national tournament appearance for the Ducks. First
So that's going to be ball 2.
backing away from that one. Nowitzki. It's 2-1 now.
2-1 is the count.
Games in the Pac-12 conference, which was a tough conference.
He's just going to have Todd Floyd's going to have to throw some strikes here.
That's what the Ducks did.
And it's
20 and 10.
in it because they can hit some balls. They can definitely hit them a mile.
Arizona, their first Super
Pitch.
Regional since 2016.
That's going to be in there for a strike, so it
They
makes
reached
the count
College World Series finals.
2-2.
Good year in the Pac-12.
So the count's even at
Very
2.
competitive. Ty Floyd, first inning here. Out of the LSU bullpen, looking for a ground ball. 2-2 pitch.
That's going to be up. That's going to be low and up and away. So it makes it 3-2.
You can tell Ty Floyd just hadn't quite found it yet. When you come out of that bullpen, this LSU bullpen, Clay, it's been a weak spot from pretty much all year long. But here in this tournament, they have been outstanding out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Pitch. Fouled off.
Yeah, you mentioned Vittmeyer and Coleman and Fontenot yesterday. I mean, the Ducks were held to 1 run by those pitchers after Oregon scored 20 combined runs in their first 2 games. I mean, so that was an impressive outing by those 3 men.
Yeah, especially Coleman. I mean, who saw that coming? He went 6+ and just gave up.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was something. Pitch. It's going to be a hit, and it's going to be towards the wall, and the run will come in 2-1 Oregon. So it's a double for Oregon, so 2-1 Oregon.
Well, Sam Nowitzki worked the count to 3-2, and he was sitting on a fastball. He knew it was coming. And watch this swing. Ball elevated.
That was a pretty good swing right there. That's why I say you got to be careful.
No doubt Anthony Hall is going to score all the way from first base. As that reads right from you, he's off and moving. You can see right there, it's going to fall in. And there's no doubt.
So runner at second and one going.
Third inning of yesterday's game against
Pitch, that's going to be out in the dirt, but Malenko recovers it. So it makes the ball 1-0 Chicago. Sam Olsen comes up for
just his 3rd start of the year,
Oregon.
and only the 7th of his career, as Jack Scanlon is out with an injury, the regular catcher.
Pitch, swing and a miss.
But this Oregon team, a very good fastball hitting team.
Did I count Evans at 1?
He was able to land his breaking ball and his changeup and enough fastballs to keep him honest. Right now, Ty Floyd has not landed 1 breaking ball as of yet. It's been all fastballs.
Pitch coming up.
The 1-1.
It's going to be foul down the right field side.
I love their approach right now, Clay. You can see they're trying to take everything the other way. Ty Floyd's pitching away, and they're trying to hit it that way as well. Coach Wasikowski just in his 2nd year. Well, last year was not the year you wanted to take over a team in a COVID year. It was a challenge for him, he told us.
Pitch coming up here. Throw to third. And he's high, and runner gets the stolen base at third. This is not the time to be lackadaisical here. So that was a bad throw right there. That's an absolute bad throw.
They don't steal a lot of bases, but they take an extra 90 feet. They know how to run the bases. They're going to take what you give them.
Two. High fly ball. And that's going to be Gats. So it's going to make it 2-2. So it's a pop fly.
Well, how big is the stolen base now? Because the run, this ball game is high. And Marvin Area said many times,
I'm going to tell you, Oregon, this is no slouchy baseball team. This is a team that absolutely can just score those runs.
He appreciates the catch, but knows he made a mistake, not paying enough attention.
So the score is 2-2 here in the top of the second.
Drew trying to help his Tigers get to the Super Regional. His dad's Ole Miss Rebels. They punched a ticket to the Supers.
And the pitch is going to be
As Gavin Grant in the ninth.
inside 1-0.
Tonight.
He was in the chat rooms.
Sophomore at Puyallup, Washington.
Hey, man.
2 for 8 in the region.
Who is this? If you're in here being smart, you can get out of here. Whoever you are, Zay, Adam, you can go. You can go. I'm not putting up with any foolishness. You got it. You got 5 seconds. Don't come up in here and be a fool. You're gonna be gone. So I'm gonna block you. I'm getting ready to block you. So you're all blocked. So once again, do not anybody comes in here. If you want to come in here and talk sports related stuff, you can come in here and talk sports related stuff. But if you want to come in here and be a fool, you can go find somebody else. And I'm not the one to be bothered with people like that. So 2-2 is your score.
Getting ready for the Tigers.
So it looks like Fowler getting ready for the Tigers. So the score is still 2-2. Pitch is going to be high. So it's going to be 3-2. He's going to have to start throwing strikes because he's putting himself into a jam situation.
Grant swings
And that's going to be a foul ball. So it's still
all you do is only a matter of time
3-2 full count.
No hits after the third inning yesterday. They had men on in all but 2 innings. They just didn't get it done with runners in scoring position. They were 0 for 9 yesterday, but they played
Hits coming up.
second today.
That's going to be fouled again. Still 3-2.
We saw this a lot yesterday. We've seen it all weekend here in UP. Their ability to extend it back. This is kind of what they do.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Gavin Grant.
Swing and a miss. The inning is over, but Ellis, let's go to the plays. Okay, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, no men left on base. The score is still 2-2 here in the middle of the second. So LSU's batting order, let's give you the batting order numbers. Okay, the batting order for LSU will be Gabe Beloso coming up here in the bottom of the second. So Gabe Beloso in the bottom of the second. Your score is still 2-2. You're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, sorry we had to block somebody because they was just being a little asshole. So we don't allow all that to happen. So if you want to come in here and talk to me, that's fine. If it's sports related, that's fine. But if you don't want to come up in here, you want to be a fool, you can get out of here. You can go find somebody else to troll. So the score is 2-2. Let's go ahead and give you a scoreboard update. I'm going to give you a Major League scoreboard update. So I'm going to pull that up down on my screen. I'm going to pull it down on the screen. I'll give you the scores. Okay, the Nuggets. Let's give you an update on the Nuggets game. It is, I'm trying to see what is the score. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay, the game update. I'm going to pull it up. It is 28-28 Nuggets and let's get back to LSU baseball here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
No better way he can outrun.
Turn the audio back on. Swing and a miss.
This is Kate Beloso, junior designated hitter for LSU.
So Kay Beloso coming up.
7-hole tonight. 7, 8, 9 here for the Tigers.
So Kay Beloso comes up.
He's the
It's a
fourth
pitch.
different DH in the 5
Swing and a
years.
miss. So
And he
it's
strikes
strikeout. So not a good bat for Kay Beloso. Gabe Beloso.
Fastball to get ahead, change up for strike 2, and watch him elevate this four-seamer just to the upper part of the strike zone. That's moving it around and changing speeds.
Brings up Jordan Thompson, the freshman shortstop. Also a West Coast native, Thompson 5 for 15 with a run batted in the tournament.
Jordan Thompson, here's your pitch. That's going to be in there for
And that just sits off the plate a bit.
ball 2.
2-0.
2-0.
Andrew Mosiello getting the start tonight for the Ducks. The nephew of
2-0 is the count.
full-time baseball man, currently an assistant at TCU.
Pitch. Tapper is going to be foul.
The Horned Frogs unceremoniously eliminated from the Fort Worth Regional this year. We've got most of the field set for next weekend. Starting to come in to focus a bit.
Yeah.
We know
Pitch.
Tennessee
Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count 2-2.
Mosiello starting to dial it in now. That first inning started off pretty good. A couple of bouncing balls, a couple of outs. LSU got it for a single, then a 2-run shot by Gavin Dugas, but he's got the spot work on the fastball. Changeup is starting to come.
2-2 pitch.
Catch is made. So that's going to make it 2 gone.
There are 3 spots for next weekend Super Regionals to be filled, including LSU and Oregon. See Arizona, the Pac-12 is good. Tennessee is going to match up with whoever wins this one at Knoxville next weekend. Tony Vitello has got a great team. How about Notre Dame this year?
Damn. That's a pretty good field right there.
College World Series in 2000.
You got
Jarrett's got a great team.
South Florida, Ole Miss, and Arkansas. Pitch is going to be low, and that's going to be ball 1. 1-0 is the count.
Over in South Bend.
Pitch coming
So
up.
like the first inning, Mosiello gets the first 2 outs quickly.
The high fly ball to center field,
Deep center.
and it's going to be caught. And the inning is over. So 1-2-3 inning for LSU. The score is let's give it a inning. Okay, no runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. The score is still 2-2 here in the on to the top of the 3rd. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I'm going to give you I'm going to go ahead and see what we got on Major League Baseball. We'll give you an update on those games. Okay, let's give you an update on Major League Baseball games going on tonight. Give you a scoreboard update before we head back to game coverage. Okay, Angels in the bottom of the 3rd leading 4-2. Cubs in the top of the 2nd down 1-0. Boston defeats the Miami Marlins 5-3. So 5-3. Okay, it's 30-28. Nuggets on top. That's in the Western Conference. Now it's 33-28 in the Western Conference. Okay, let's see. Okay, NCAA softball. We'll give you an update on those games. Okay, final score. Oklahoma wins 7-1. Florida State wins 8-5. So Florida State wins 8-5. in those games. So we'll get back to LSU baseball here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Michael Fowler coming in as the new pitcher for LSU. So let me get the switch back in.
Yeah, he hadn't had many high leverage situations for LSU this year. Matter of fact, in conference play, only 4 innings pitched in conference play. You see the numbers on the year. He can strike out now, 17 strikeouts in 17 innings, but at times you see the walks. Circle that one. From time to time, the command is just not there.
Yeah, it's kind of gaudy with his command.
There's the boss who scratching off names as he goes.
Pitch.
It would be a piecemeal affair tonight.
It's going to be a strike.
As well.
So 0-1.
But Mosiello out to a pretty good start.
So Smith comes up for
Smith, the leadoff man.
I think they've done
Oregon.
a little bit better place, Clay.
So,
I think they
tied
got-
up at 2.
played one last game, so they got to be in a little bit better spot when it comes to pitching.
Pitch.
LSU's gonna rely heavily on some
That's
guys.
going to be low. Makes it ball 1. On 1 is the count.
I think you could see Garrett Edwards, you could see Homer, you could see Fontenot again, and don't be surprised if you see game 1 starter Landon Marceau, the ace of this LSU staff, at some point in time during this game.
Pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. So it's going to bring the count to 2-1.
Grounded out to Trey Morgan at first back in the first inning. Powers have 9 scoreless outings this year.
Going to be a ground.
And this one is struck well.
So it's going to be a nice little.
It's kind of shaded that
So 1
way.
ball in the inning.
Breaks it down with a first out.
Bianco got a really good jump on that. Began the year as a starting shortstop for LSU, and then the back wasn't working and moved him around a little bit. He set the bench for a while. Then came back, started playing some outfield. And Giovanni Giacomo went down, the everyday center fielder. He's been hard to get out of the lineup since then.
Kenyon Yovan.
Yo, man. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. So it's going to be ball 1. 1-0 is the count.
He was a
Pitch.
day 1.
That's going to be
That's inning 2-0.
ball 2.
No, he's a real dude. I mean, he swings it up a big league. You put up 16 home runs in this ballpark.
Outside.
55, it's real.
2-0 is the count.
Former
Ugh.
pitcher.
Pitch.
Done the collegiate national
That's going to be in the dirt.
Suffered a hand
3-0,
both
the count.
his throwing hand, his right hand. Forced him to quit pitching, and he's reinvented himself as an everyday hitter. One of the best power hitters in the country now.
It's 16 home runs. That is a single season program record.
Pitch. Ball 4. That's going to be a walk. First walk
Pitching tonight.
for Fowler.
Zavala drew a walk
Zavala
in the first. His 50th of the year. Second team All-American. He's not a big talker. And Coach Ross describes him as humble and quiet, but he leads by
swing and a miss.
Big
That's going to
swing
be
there, strike
0-1.
He does a lot of talking with that bat. That's how he talks. He came in, his on base percentage unbelievable. Number 2 in the entire country in on base percentage when this regional began.
Pitch coming up here.
South Salem High School, grew up wanting to wear a Ducks uniform. He fills it out pretty well. The 0-1.
That's going to be
Just missed.
1-1.
Here's Oregon, just a win away from a super regional appearance, even though they were picked to finish 7th in the preseason in the Pac-12.
Pitch coming up. And that's going to be a line
Charge to left.
out to left field, and it's going to be gone. That's why I say Oregon on top 4-2.
Conference Player of the Year in the Pac-12, Aaron Zavala.
Zavala hits a home run here in the
Gives the
top of the third, so it's 4-2.
It's 4-2.
Well, you talk about a pretty swing. When you want to know how you hit 400, this is how you hit 400. You spray the ball around the ballpark.
Yep. Definitely smacked the ball. He smacked it. So it's 4-2. Matthews comes up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for ball one. Pitch. It's going to be in there for strike one.
To Matthews.
So it's going to make it 1-1.
Over his last 10 here in the regional before that 2-run homer.
Swing and a miss. So that's going to make the count 1-2.
That breaking ball that Fowler landed, the pitch before that was the first breaking ball he's landed at high floor, did not land one of them. I'm going to keep saying this, but this Oregon Duck team, they can turn around some fastballs. You have got to be able to change speeds on this team. If you don't, they're going to put up big numbers.
Fouled off.
The veteran Gabe Matthews holds a pile of Ducks career records. At bats, hits, doubles, RBIs. The senior from Salem.
Strikeout.
Swung out and missed. Strikes him out. 2 down.
So 2 going in the inning for Tigers.
This is one of the reasons why.
In the top of the third scores 4-2 Oregon.
Watch this swing. Watch the hands go. He's nice and balanced. Didn't try to go out and hook that ball right down the left field line. Dugas goes up and it just gets over the wall for a 2-run shot. His 9th of the year.
And extends Oregon's program record to 50.
Low, that's going to be in the dirt. Ball one. 1-0 should count.
And it is their 7th in the regional, but only their 2nd since Friday.
See if we got any more assholes.
It's kind of like a collective sigh of relief from that Oregon dugout when they left the yard.
That's going to be a base hit. So base hit. The runners on. So base hit for ball comes up here in the top of the third. So it's next batter coming up.
Things haven't come easy here for young Mr. Fowler either. Ty Floyd gave up 2 in the 2nd. Fowler has allowed 2 here in the 3rd as Anthony Hall comes up for the 2nd time, a single and a run scored.
So that's going to be a ball. No, strike, excuse me. Strike one.
Anthony Hall took over in center field back at the midway point of the season, right around mid-April, and Mark
Kids coming up here.
No reason to remove him from the everyday lineup. He's been outstanding.
That's going to be high. The throw is going to be 2. So the runner, they get the runner at second. So the inning is over.
Well, we had a 2-2 ball game going to the top of the 3rd inning.
The inning is over. Let's give you the plays. Okay, 2 runs, 2 hits. No errors. No men left on base. So the 2-run homer with Zavala. That was in the top of the 3rd. So that was So that's how the end it began. So once again, the score is 4-2 Oregon on top. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for joining us here. 5 viewers. So it looks like let's see. So what we have on ESPN. We'll give you an update on some games. Let's go ahead and give you those updates. Let's share my screen, give you an update on okay, it's 40-37 Nuggets on top. So 40-37 Nuggets on top against now 42-37. So 42-37 is the score in the second quarter. 8:14 remaining. Now it's 42-38. So 42-38 Nuggets on top. We'll get back to LSU baseball in just a few moments here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So, we're at a commercial break. If you have any questions or comments about tonight's game, or about if you need a score or something, let us know. We will do our best to accommodate you. So Super Regional, it will be Tennessee in the Super Regional. Whoever plays, that's going to be a swing and a miss. If LSU wins tonight, they'll take on Tennessee out in Knoxville Regional next week.
Hosting this regional, but they're the home team on the scoreboard. Dylan Cruz.
That's going to be in the dirt. That brings the count to 1-1.
The SEC in the Super Regionals. Western Division Conference. Unless you could join them.
Hits coming up.
You got some
ground ball.
Draw
to first in time. So that brings up one gone.
But that's the key right there, putting up zeros, getting the first out of every inning. I always feel like that's the most important one. If you get the first out of every inning, a chance the other team scoring goes way down from there. Osiello had some struggles in the first inning. Command wasn't great. These teams put 4 runs on him scoreboard. For him since then, he's been really good.
Pitch coming up. It's going to swing and a miss. That's going to be Arnold coming up.
And he was Zach Arnold 0 for 1 with a ground out. First career start for Andrew Mosiello when it comes to the national tournament. He's faring pretty well.
I'll be in there for a strike. That's
0-2.
going to be 0-2.
Yeah, he's spotting it up. And he doesn't walk many people. We told you that. Only 7 walks this year in 35 innings. Matter of fact, he has not walked the batter place since May the 2nd.
Pitch coming up here. It's going to be fouled off. So still 0-2 is the count.
Last 2 starts for Oregon have been really good. Brett Walker, tough luck loss, really 7 2/3 in his start last night against LSU. But he kept him in.
Yeah, no, it was a quality start. He gave up 4 runs, but only 3 of them.
Pitch coming up here.
Was really good.
Ground ball.
The other 2 hammered to third.
Throw it to first in time. That's going to be 2 gone.
As Mosiello was starting to cruise.
Morgan comes up here.
Little small cut good from right to left. He gets it down the way to the right handers. A really good fastball we've seen in the low 90s. That overhand breaking ball as well.
Trey Morgan. He has one of the 3 LSU hits.
Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count 0-1 on Trey Morgan.
Yeah, that's not like him. Normally he's a little bit more conservative on his swing. He loves to shoot the ball the other way. I would guarantee you, most of his base hits have gone from center field back over toward left center field.
Pitch. That's going to be
Oregon likes to choke up on that bat.
inside. That's going to be 1-1. Pitch coming up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low.
Morgan's going
That's
to
going to make it
he finished
2-1.
regular season second in the SEC in average. Knows how to handle that bat.
Trey Morgan coming up. Here's the pitch.
The 2-1.
It's going to be fouled off. So that's going to make it 2-2.
I remember a lot of people that thought Morgan was going to win the Rookie of the Year award in the Southeastern Conference and went to Enrique Bradfield of Vanderbilt. Of course, the Commodores, defending national champs, they won it 19. They're back in the Super Regional.
Yeah, Enrique Bradfield had a big
Pitch.
for Vanderbilt.
Ground ball.
Ground ball.
And the throw to first in time. The inning is over.
Has retired 7.
So inning is over. So let's give you the plays. Okay, the bottom of the third plays. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. So your score is 4-2 here on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So Hall will come up batting here the top of the fourth once Oregon once we get back. So we are live. So let's see who's in the broadcast tonight. Looks like we have 5 people in the broadcast. We appreciate you coming in. Glad to see the audience coming in. So like I said, if you want a video chat with us, we sent you the links out to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to come on and video chat with us, come on down. Or if you want to do regular chat, that'll be fine. That's all up to you. Whatever you, any way you want to do it, we will appreciate it. So 4-2 is your score. LSU on top. LSU scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. LSU scored so bottom of the first. Oregon scored the 2 runs in the bottom of top of the second and top of the third. So score is 4-2. That's where we're at.
From Eugene. For the first time, Paul Maneri is not going to make a pitching change to start an inning. As Michael Fowler, who pitched the third, will pitch the fourth, at least to start.
Yeah, but he's going to start letting that breaking ball.
Pitch coming up.
Ball's a good one, but you cannot
Swing and a miss. So good start by Michael Fowler. So that brings us to a strike of 1.
The plate when Kasevich was caught stealing to end the third inning. He's got a single and a run score.
Swing and a
He's
miss.
behind in the count here. Nothing in 2.
So good. Once again, good count for good start for Michael Fowler again. 0-2. Pitch. Fouled off. So it's still 0-2.
What we're seeing here tonight for LSU is a little bit uncomfortable, I'm sure, for Paul Maneri and Alan Dunn, the pitching coach. But, you know, they really had to cobble things together.
Outside,
at the end of their
so
rotation.
it's going to bring the count 1-2.
For sure since early April when Jaden Hill was knocked out for the year with an elbow injury.
Yeah, I mean, look.
So the 1-2 count coming up. Call strike 3. Michael Fowler gets the strikeout. Here to start off the top of the 4th.
If he gets ahead, he can expand his own on you. But you're right. You went back into that weekend rotation, and some guys got some opportunities. And finally, Miguel Hilliard, right behind A.J. Lavis, behind Landon Marceau, started to make a little noise. And look, LSU on the outside
Pitch.
about halfway through SEC.
That's going to be outside ball 1.
For their 5 series.
1-0 is the count.
Back in the conversation about getting
Sam, Nowitzki ground ball, roll to first in time. So it's 2 gone.
Well, the NCAA Super Regionals start on Friday across the ESPN networks. ESPN, ESPN2, the U, and of course the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships.
Pitch. That's going to be in there for
Sam Olsen back
ball
for
one.
Oregon. An RBI sac fly.
So Olsen comes up here in the top of the fourth.
Just his 7th career start.
Pitch.
Only had 19 plate
That's going to be in there for a strike. So that's going to bring the count 1-1.
2 starts, they were both midweek starts.
Pitch coming up.
Now, as a former pitcher at the college level, the big league level, when you're used to working with the catcher, as the Ducks pitchers have been with Scanlon, how big of an adjustment is it?
Pitch coming up. Ground ball. And that's going to be a base hit. So runner goes to first, 2 outs.
The guy you like behind home plate, and you're on the same page with him, and the right fingers are going down, and you guys are.
That's Olsen on first. Frank will bat next.
But most of the calling now comes from the bench. Of course, it's relayed in from the pitching coach. Then the catcher puts the fingers down for the pitcher.
Now, Olsen has been very productive at the plate. We really haven't noticed him behind the plate. So far, so good for Sam Olsen. He scored with 2 out. And Gavin Grant, who had a long at-bat before he struck out the second.
Pitch coming up. It's going to be in there for ball 1-0 is the count. Gavin Grant comes up here.
Coming into the tournament, too, for his last 22 plate appearances.
Pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to be another base hit. The runners at first and second.
And they're going to turn the lineup over again.
Well, this Ducks lineup, especially down toward the bottom yesterday, was non-existent.
They want to keep this lead. They want to preserve this lead. Or they definitely want to preserve this lead.
4 base hits today, 2 RBIs, 1 extra base hit.
That's why they're getting all those hits.
Those guys can get on play for the monsters at the top. This one is Ducks. Offense really gets rolling.
Here's Tanner Smith.
Pitch coming up. That's going to be in there for a strike. So Tanner Smith gets the first strike called.
Oregon to a super regional, but it will secure the 5th 40-win season in team history and the first for Mark Wasikowski. All the others happened under former coach George Horton. He has really got this thing going in the right direction. Maybe some history to be
That's going to be in the dirt. The runner stays put at second. First and second.
Coach Wasikowski spent as an assistant coach. Pepperdine, Southeast Missouri State, Florida, Arizona. Boy, he had some big-time success at Arizona. 10 years he was there as an assistant coach. They made 7 regional appearances. And, of course, went to the 2004 College World Series while he was assistant coach there at Arizona.
Pitch coming up. It's going to be in there for a strike. So that's going to be 1-2.
Is still his biggest mentor. He loves Andy, and Andy and him talk at least once or twice a week, and sometimes every day.
And don't forget Coach Wasikowski. He played at Pepperdine, and they won the 1992 College World Series, so a ton of experience for him as a coach.
Pitch coming up here.
1-2 pitch.
That's going to be another base hit, so the run will come in. Makes it 5-2 Oregon.
Olsen scores. Grant stops at third. It is now 5-2 Oregon.
So 5-2. So Smith gets the RBI single.
Well, this is a recipe for success right here. You get the bottom part of that lineup on, and you roll it.
I'm going to tell you, this team right here, they're just absolutely hitting the ball tonight. They're just absolutely hitting the ball tonight.
Down the way, hits it right back from whence it came. He gets through. Sam Olsen motors around from second base. Grant goes first to third.
And this offense couldn't buy a hit after the third inning last night. But they've got it going now. 5 runs on 7
Oh, they hitting the
hits,
ball
and now
tonight.
3
They
in a
definitely
row
hitting the ball. Five
with 2
on
outs.
7.
And Yovan
He's
is
a pitch. That's going to be
as the Tigers bullpen.
so Will Helmer's in the bullpen for the LSU Tigers. Tapper, good catch.
Short to end the inning.
So that ends the inning for Oregon. Let's give you those numbers. Okay, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 men left on base. Here in the we go to the bottom of the 4th. It is still 5-2 Oregon on top. So 5-2 Oregon. So I look at it this way. I'll be honest with you right now. LSU has to get some runs going in this bottom of the 5th because the bottom of the 4th because they're hitting their at bats are absolutely important in this game. If they want to win this regional, they have to get their at bats going. It's very important. I mean, I don't care if it's the 4th inning. I don't care if it's the 5th inning. I don't care if it's the 6th inning. We have to get those at bats going, big time, to stay in this game. Because Oregon, they're getting they're getting their momentum going with hitting the ball on base hits and stuff like that. So, that's important. So, 5-2 is your score here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We all live tonight here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Live broadcast of LSU versus Oregon regional play. So
9 years of coaching, you're going to compile a lot of wins. 1,504 to be exact. St. Thomas Air Force, Notre Dame, of course, LSU.
yeah, Paul Maneri had, like I said, he had a
5 college World
absolute
Series winning it all.
an absolute good resume. It's coming up, and that's going to be Gavin
He's
Dugas.
got a lot of family in attendance in Eugene this weekend. There's his wife, Karen, son, Tommy, on this chilly night.
Pitch coming up. And that's going to go to left field. And it's going to go. And it's gone. Home run. Gavin Dugas. That's the way to do it, Gavin.
And his 3rd in 2 days.
So the lead's cut to 2-5-3. So 5-2, 5-3 is the score. I knew Gavin Dugas was going to get that pitch up and hit it. So 5-3 LSU on top. Oregon. Oregon on top, 5-3. That pitch is going to be in there for ball 1.
His second multi-home
Doherty coming up here in the
I think it's safe to say he's out of
bottom of the 4th.
Wasn't that long of a funk, but he's out of it.
Here's your pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Mosiello was cruising right along and retired 7 in a row before that home run to lead off the inning.
Yeah, and
Pitch coming up.
Good fastball hitter.
That's going to be in there for a strike. So it's 2-1.
See that little cut fastball? It's got a little bit of cut down the way to the right-hander.
Counts 2-1. Pitch. High fly ball to right field, and it's going to be foul.
Well, take a look at Gavin Dugas. Elevated fastball. He's a good fastball hitter, as you'll see. This ball is over everything. Over the batting cage. I think he knew he had that one.
Yep. So let's see if that pitch is going to be in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 2-2. Full count, excuse me, full count. Pitch. Fly ball, left field. See if the catch can be made. So one going for LSU. Bianco comes up here in the bottom of the fourth.
Bianco getting the start in center field.
Okay, Bianco, let's give you his numbers. Bianco on the screen. Bianco sold for one tonight, so 0 for 1 for him. He had he fouled out. That was his inning. Pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Bianco.
Did not play in the Oregon game last night. You can see he's watching this one from the bench again on Monday.
Pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to be 1-1.
About this time last year, he hit the transfer portal, and next year was told that LSU there might not be a spot for him this year. He didn't like what he saw, and the spot opened back up for the team, and Paul Maneri asked him to come back, and decided to come back. And boy, the second half of the season,
that's going to be
of his offense. He started hitting the
2-1.
And defensively, he has changed the game for LSU.
Pitch coming up.
Bianco calls time. That's granted.
Pitch coming up here.
2-1.
That's going to be a base hit. So Bianco singles. Bianco gets on.
Bianco has his first hit of the night and third of the tournament. He was 0 for 4 last night against the Ducks. He's more with 1 out.
Well, this is fun to watch. This is two good teams.
I mean, this is a very good game right here. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Between these two teams right here, this is two.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
Gabe Beloso comes up here.
College baseball is back this year.
So runner goes back to first. That's Bianco.
Vanderbilt, the defending
Beloso comes up here in the bottom of the fourth. The score is still 5-3 Oregon.
Number 2 national seed. The Longhorns going to their 11th Super Region.
Swing and a miss.
Swung on and missed.
So that's going to bring the count 0-1.
Swinging back of the 7th.
Gabe Beloso had a wonderful freshman year 2 years ago. Hit 10 home runs, drove in 52. He was the high school Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Louisiana a couple of years ago, but this year just hadn't been the thing.
That's going to be in the dirt. And that evens the count at 1-1.
And just before we took the air, the Arkansas Razorbacks, the number 1 national seed in this tournament this year, advancing to the Super Regionals. But boy, Will Bolt's Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Runner gets back.
Limited Fayetteville.
Yeah, they gave him, that game was 2-2 in the 8th. How about what Kevin Kopp did? He'd already thrown like 6 innings and 6 in the third.
I mean, I want to see LSU. I want to see us get some runs here in this inning.
His record is 12-0 now.
Here's the pitch. The runner gets back.
In relief.
And how about 12 wins and 11 saves? I don't think we've ever seen that in college baseball. Double digits in wins and saves in the same year.
Beloso batting here. It's your pitch. Swing and a miss.
Beloso's timing seems just a little bit off so far in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah. Well, Mosiello has most to do with that. Mosiello showed him a really good fastball, so he speeds the bat up. And he comes right behind it with a good changeup. So the changeup is about 12 miles an hour different than the fastball, and that's very difficult for a hitter to time up.
Pitch coming up here.
1-2 for Mosley.
Almost hit him. So that brings the count to 2-2.
That's just a show pitch there. Change the eye level. Make him think you might get him out on the inside part of the plate. I'll be surprised if he can go right back to that changeup after he sped the bat up on the inside part, and they'll probably try to slow it down back on the outside part of the plate.
That throws back to first, and Bianco back in safely.
Mitchell Sanford was the designated hitter in Game 1 for LSU. Zach Arnold a couple of times in this tournament. Brody Dross last night. They combined to go 1 for 9, so Beloso gets a shot tonight
Throw,
in the DH.
and Bianco back at first.
No one has attempted a stolen base in this regional against Oregon.
That's going to be in the dirt.
3-2.
So the count's full 3-2.
There was a
2.
changeup, but he missed. We see a Palmineri puts Drew Bianco in motion on deck. Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, waiting.
Bianco at first, 1 out, the 3-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss, and
Runner goes.
a runner stolen base strikeout.
Nearly a strike him out, throw him out, double play, but Bianco is in.
Well, Drew Bianco only 4 stolen bases on the year. This will be number 5 if it holds up. Pretty good jump right there. He knows right now he's got to get there. A really good throw by Olsen and a quick tag. Let's take a look at this again. Does the left hand get in there? I think it does.
Yeah,
He looks safe to me.
yeah, he's safe. Yeah, he's safe.
Throw by Olsen, but Drew Bianco just
So it looks like the umpires are going to be reviewing that
Review of the night.
throw. I think he's safe.
First attempted stolen base against the Ducks in this tournament. Sam Olsen made it close. And he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to throw runners out this year because he's only making his 3rd start of the season.
Yeah, he is safe. I see it. I see
To
the
me, the left hand of Drew Bianco clearly gets in there.
yeah, his left hand got
There's
in
the
there.
tag.
Yep. So he's going to be safe.
Pretty quick look. And we're going to play on.
Yep.
Ball stands safe at second
So
base.
it's safe a second.
Fifth stolen base of the year for Bianco. He's in scoring position.
Latancho comes up here for the Tigers here in the top of the bottom of the 4th row. He gets back in time. That's Bianco.
Thompson popped out to short. His only time up.
That ball's going to go toward the backstop.
Chase.
And the runner goes to third. Bianco will go to third.
You already with with a run this inning on the homer by Dugas. And now they've got Bianco at third with 2 outs. (5-3) Oregon on this chilly night in Eugene. 53 degrees right now.
Yep. Wild pitch. And LSU scores, so it's 5-4.
And it's 5-4.
So 5-4 Tigers.
Well, you mentioned Sam Olsen, not many reps behind the plate. This is a tough pitch from a bouncing breaking ball, but a runner at third base. I want to see him slide over. I want to see him get his body in front of that ball. He tried to pick it on the backhand side, wasn't able to do it, and it cost the Ducks a run.
Back-to-back
Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count to 2-1 for Thompson. So no runners on base, 2 outs. Thompson batting here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 pitch. That's going to make it 3-1.
How long does Mark Wasikowski stay with Mosiello?
Well, what's different about this inning for Mosiello is he's not been able to land the breaking balls. The breaking balls have been the difference maker for him early in this ball game, but this inning he's not been able to land on this play.
So it's going to be ball 4. So Thompson gets on with a walk.
And they'll bring Milazzo to the plate.
So Milazzo comes up.
So the Oregon pen has been pretty quiet tonight. Now some activity. Some milling around. Isaac Aon was really good in relief. In the Central Connecticut win on Friday.
Milazzo comes up. Here's your pitch.
Milazzo 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Alex, a really good defender. Anything he gives LSU at the plate is a bonus.
Pitch.
Here in the 9-hole.
Ground ball.
Left side. Charging
For the first in time.
To end the inning.
And the inning is over. And LSU gets one back. Here in the bottom of the fourth, we go to the fifth. The score is LSU trailing 5-4. So let's give you those numbers. Okay, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 man left on base. That was in the bottom of the fourth, so 2 men left on base. So your score is 5-4 LSU Oregon on top. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, we're going to give you an update on the Suns and the Suns game. We'll give you the Suns and Phoenix game. We'll give you an update on that. Thanks, Mike. Go Tiger. I'm glad you love this broadcast. Appreciate it. Tell your friends. Share this video with anybody. So we'll go ahead and give you an update on okay, let's give an update on Denver and Phoenix. It is 62-57. Denver on top, so 62-57. So that's in the third quarter. That is in game number 1 of the Western Conference semifinals. The Eastern Conference is over. 125-86 was your final. Brooklyn wins their game. And I'll give you an update on Major League Baseball. Let's see what's happening in the games going on in the majors tonight. Okay, games going on in the majors tonight. So I'll get those up on the screen. It is 7-2 Angels. Cubs on down 4-0. So that game is going on in San Diego tonight, so we'll get back to LSU baseball. The score is 5-4. I'm gonna switch my screen. So game audio is back on via ESPN.
33 punch-outs and 37 innings pitched.
So Will Helmus comes in to will be on the new pitcher for LSU.
The Pac-12 player of the year right out of the chute.
PK Park. The wind blowing out a bit. We have seen 3 home runs in this ballgame.
Pitch coming up, and that's going to be in there for a strike.
A 2-run shot by Zavala.
Zavala comes up.
Here in the 5th.
So Aaron Zavala comes up here.
For LSU, both by Gavin Dugas.
That pitch is going to be in there for a strike, so 0-2. So I'm glad to see Will Helmus going 2 strikes. That pitch is going to be.
Talk about two-way players.
So it makes the ball 1.
The first 2 games of the year is the third baseman for LSU. Didn't last very long. He's been on the bump ever since.
Pitch. Cole. Strike 3. So Zavala strikes out. So that's the first strikeout of the top of the 5th.
Back in the 3rd inning, he gets a fastball up and away. He just inside out and just over the wall. It was his 9th home run of the year. It was a 2-run shot, so 38 RBIs now.
So that's why you got to be careful of this Oregon hitting. Because they can come up, they can have some of them that might be a home run hitter or might be a double away from getting they're breaking this game wide open. So Gabe, now here's your pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to bring the count to 2-0.
One to the Eastern Division of the SEC. Wiki wins in conference play.
Pitch. That's going to be ball 3. So right now he's trailing.
Big time coaching jobs open. LSU's of course going to be open, but he is one of the hottest names I would think out on the market. 3-0.
So that's going to be a walk.
To my 4 pitches, Gabe Matthews aboard with 1 out.
So 1 out in the inning. You got to slow down your pitching because if you don't slow your pitching down, they're going to definitely going to just take advantage of the situation. So we don't want to overuse our pitches tonight. That's why we got to slow our pitching down. We got to start throwing those strikes.
Bittmeyer finished game 1 yesterday for LSU and then started game 2. You don't see that every day.
Josh
Kasevich comes up here. That pitch is going to be in there for a strike. So that's going to be 0-1.
The Oregon Ducks won 7 of their 10 Pac-12 series.
Pitch. Ground ball.
Ground ball deep short.
That's going to be a double play. Double play. And that's the inning. So LSU gets out of the inning with a double play. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. LSU on top, down 5-4. So let's give you the scoring plays. Okay, scoring plays in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. No play by Kasevich. So the score is 5-4. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We appreciate you coming in. Good crowd tonight. We appreciate it. So we will do more play-by-play coverage as we go. So let's see what's in the broadcast tonight. Looks like Mike the Tiger came in. Appreciate it for him. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna give you an update on that game going on. Go back to the NBA. We'll give you an update on the game between Denver and Phoenix. So Denver and Phoenix, it is 72-66. Phoenix full timeout for the Suns. So that's in game one of the Western Conference semifinals. Okay, let's give you the NHL game scores. Okay, Islanders went 5-4 over Boston. And let's give you the other game. Okay, Winnipeg loses 3-2 to Montreal. So that was in. So we'll switch it back over.
Yeah, he threw an inning in the third. Their very first game against Central Connecticut. There's another big arm of freshman.
So a new pitcher coming in as Isaac A-Y-O-N.
He'll have his hands full as well as he's going to face Dylan Cruz.
So Dylan Cruz comes up here in the bottom of inning number 5.
10 for 16 in the tournament, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. All SEC freshman team, second team all Southeastern Conference. Finished the regular season 8th in the league in average. You can see a healthy 366 coming into this plate appearance. Oregon leading it by a run.
Pitch.
LSU, the home team on the scoreboard.
That's going to be in there for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. That's going to be ball 2. So it's going to bring it 2-0 is the count. So good out for Dylan Cruz.
Colin Kafka on Friday against Central Connecticut had his shortest start of the year, just 3 2/3. Aon did a beautiful
pitch,
job bridging the gap to Mosiello.
And that's going to be a strike. That's going to be 2-1.
Finish off Central Connecticut State, which had a scrappy performance, losing that game 13-10 to the Ducks in the open.
Pitch. Fouled off.
Yeah, I love Kobe Summers. We've seen him a couple times in Cleveland for the Ducks. He comes right at you with a big fastball from the left side, a breaking ball. There is some real arms down this Oregon bullpen.
That's going to be outside. That's going to bring the count 3-2.
Is a true freshman. His senior year.
Now is the time. Now is the time to get some runs.
So
here in this inning.
Stepped on the field as an Oregon Duck for the first time.
Swing and a miss. So that's first strikeout for
That's big time there by
Arnold.
Big time. You face a guy as hot as Dylan Cruz, 10 hits, and it's really about this breaking ball.
So he did strike him out.
In the strike zone, but as it travels that 60 feet 6 inches towards home plate, the bottom falls out of it. Can't do it much better than that.
That pitch is going to be in there for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. That's going to be Zach Arnold.
Has been right on most
Pitch.
every pitcher in this tournament, but
That's going to be in there for a strike. So that's going to even the count at 1-1.
He's 0 for 2.
Pitch. Foul ball. So that brings the count 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about COVID and kids missing their senior year. They lost a lot of development. You lose, when you're 18, 19 years old, you lose a whole year of pitching. It hurts development.
Pitch. That's going to be a strike. That's going to be another strikeout. So far, this inning, these at bats have been absolutely deplorable when it comes down to it. 2 strikeouts by the LSU batters. It is bottom of the 5th. That's why I say we got to get some hits here. It's very important because Oregon's got some hands, arms in that bullpen that could be a very useful. So Trey Morgan comes up, single run. So it's going to be ball 1-1-0. That pitch is going to be ball 2. 2-0 is the count.
The Dallas Baptist Patriots are in the Super Regional. They beat Oregon State out of the Pac-12 today, 8-5. Second Super for the Patriots.
So it's going to be a line that's going to be caught, and the inning is over.
2 strikeouts in a lineup. Isaac Ayon looks good.
So, like I said, they just got an absolute pretty good pitcher. Okay, inning after the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. Inning ends with a strikeout and a flyout by Morgan. So the score is 5-4 here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Pitcher coming up will be Hall batting for Oregon. So it would be in the top of the 6th. So score is once again 5-4. See who's in the broadcast. Wow, I had Trey's number. Wow. Yeah, you did? Wow. I mean, look, that was just a bad inning right there for LSU. They just they pitchers just kind of good and stuff like that. So I hate to say it. I mean, the inning was a little lethargic for LSU, but hopefully they can pull it out on the next couple of innings. So, yeah. I mean, Brady is, like I said, Trey Morgan's a young man. He's a good first baseman. He had a good hit. He had a good inning, a couple of innings ago with a base hit and stuff like that. But that was just, like I said, that was just a sloppy, absolute at bat for LSU. I mean, look, you got to give Oregon pitchers some credit where credit is due. Because these guys are coming in just absolutely throwing strikes tonight. That young man, his pitch is going to be fouled off. So the first pitch fouled off. So Hall comes in, so fouls off, so it breaks the count to 0-1.
Stanford and UC Irvine.
That pitch is going to make it a strike, so it's going to be strike 2. 0-2 is the count.
Helmer's back out to start the 6th inning.
Helmer's just going to have to throw the strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside. So that's going to make it 1-2.
Anthony Hall, the center fielder. Second-year freshman with a single in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. That was against Fowler.
It's going to be fouled off towards the first base line.
The Oregon Ducks seeking their 3rd regional title. In 1954, they went to the College World Series. They were called districts back then. Baseball, of course, was dropped here in Eugene in 81.
Yeah, so it's a strikeout. Strikeout for Helmers. That's one gone.
And then George Horton took him to the region.
Helmers looking.
In 2012.
So Helmers looking right now. Helmers one inning of work. He has one walk, 2 strikeouts. His pitch count was 15. And that pitch is going to be in there for strike 1.
The biggest reason they brought the program.
Novoselic, and that pitch is going to be in there for ball.
There's no way they're going to let
1.
their arch rivals win national championships in baseball and not have something to say about it.
Look, this Oregon program is on another level. I hate to say it. It's just fly ball to right field, and that's going to be caught. So that's going to be 2 gone.
Nowitzki is retired as Cruz comes over to make the catch for the 2nd out. So here's Sam Olsen. He's had a pretty good night at the plate. RBI sack fly with second, a single and a run scored in the fourth. Now,
So Sam Olsen comes up for
he should have blocked
Oregon. That pitch is going to be in there for ball one.
from scoring.
He almost got to throw some strikes, man. Seriously, he's just throwing throwing a dart, but that's a ball. Pitch. So it's going to bring the count to 2-0. He's got to start throwing. The count. The zones are going to be pretty tight, but he's going to have to find some way to get it into the zones. It's going to be a base hit. So it's going to be a base hit. Olsen gets on at first and 2 outs. I'm gonna tell you, this is a very dangerous situation when you have a runner at first.
He thinks about two right here. You can see him making his turn. He's thinking about going through it. A strong turn. Puts on the brakes at the last second. Ruby Angel did a nice job getting that ball and quickly getting in.
So Grant comes up for Oregon.
The season coming in. Sam Olsen 2 for 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty good approach at the plate. As Gavin Grant comes up for the third time, singled this last time up in the
Pitch
fourth.
coming up. It's gonna be in there for
Again, the 2-out hitting
strike. So that's gonna be
for
0-1.
Oregon has been really good all tournament long. In the game against Gonzaga on Saturday with 2 outs, they scored 5 of their 7 runs. So, I mean, it's been very...
That's gonna be in the dirt, and they'll throw to second. Safe.
Olsen now in scoring position.
So runner in scoring position now. Tigers have to get out this inning. They have to find a way to get out of this inning.
And Olsen over right there, he realized that ball bounced. He said, I'm going to take an extra 9, and he does. That's good anticipation. So you get your lead, you get your secondary lead, and the ball goes. But a good base runner will check the ball and strike it, but it goes towards home plate. Olsen realized that ball was going to break. He bounced in front of home plate. He took off.
Ground ball. Go to first, and the inning is over. So let's give those plays.
2-run homer.
Okay,
We'll see what he does.
no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. That's at the top of the 6th. Now we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. LSU has to start getting their at-bats going here in this bottom of the 6th. We'll give you those. Let's go ahead and give you those. The batting order is going to be Gavin Dugas coming up next. Gavin's going to be next coming for LSU. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the score is 5-4. Look, Oregon. Look, they're going to fight for every run that they can get in this game, Oregon. Because look, Oregon, this is a winner-take-all situation. You win, you go to a super regional. So that's something right there for both teams, LSU and Oregon. They're going to be fighting and clugging for these. So scores 5-4. Bottom of the 6th here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll see if you're in here. We'll see who's talking to me in the chat room. Looks like no one. Thanks for coming in. Let's go ahead and give you an update on some games. I'm going to give you an update on the Denver and Phoenix game. So I'm going to give you an update on that game in just a second. So let me switch my screen, and I'll give you an update on that. Okay, it's 81-75. Suns on top, 81-75. That's 2:07 remaining in. Now it's 83-77. 154 remaining in the third quarter. So game's going on there. So we'll give you that update as we go. So we'll get ready to roll.
With 7 hits.
Gavin Dugas comes up.
And 3 of them are homers.
So let's give you Gavin Dugas's numbers. Okay, Gavin Dugas.
With strikeouts of Cruz and Arnold.
Pitch, ground ball. It's going to be go to first in time. Doherty comes up. Okay, Doherty's night. Let's give you his numbers. Okay, Doherty 1 for 2 tonight. His plate appearance. He had a double in the bottom of the first. He had a double in the bottom of the first.
He strikes 7 balls. They show me a really good fastball, a little cut fastball as well.
Pitch,
Outstanding.
swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count to 0-1 for K. Doherty. K. Doherty has to hit this ball here. Pitch, swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count over 2. It's K. Doherty, but
3 would be ideal for Mark Wasikowski. And give it over to the closer Summers.
pitch. That's going to be ball 1. So 1-2.
Well, this time of the year, you'd be surprised what your mind will let you do. And you get the
pitch coming up.
Kids have right now.
Ground ball. Roll to first. Safe. So it's we get a base hit to the shortstop. So base hit for K. Doherty. Runner at first.
He has been really impressive on defense to the backhand side and well over the third.
So that was a good throw right there, but a low high.
K. Doherty just barely.
That was a good run right there. Doherty just ran it in.
He came to Oregon as a pitcher, Ben. And I know you always tell people that pitchers are the best athletes.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say. I mean, the Ducks had about 3 guys
foul ball.
just like that. They were pitchers.
That's Bianco.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting back to the two-way. You know, the two-way was really big years ago, and then all of a sudden the two-way kind of stuff started to go away. But here in recent years, you're starting to see more and more two-way guys now. It's hard to do. Not everybody can do it.
And now time called by Sam Olson. He's going to take a trip out to talk to Aon. As Drew Bianco gets set to hit for the 3rd time, he's 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in the 4th. Bianco's dad, Mike, your former catcher at LSU.
Yeah.
His Ole Miss Rebels beat Southern Miss 12-9 today. So
Ole Miss, I'm gonna tell you, Ole Miss is another team that's going to be that's going to be a detriment in this in those super regions.
Torn ACL, been out for about a month. He comes back, and I mean, just been hitting bombs.
Pitch,
Of Tim Elko and Oxford.
high fly ball to center field, and it is done. Drew Bianco hits a home run. I like what I'm seeing. That's what we're going to have to start doing here. So 6-5 LSU after the 2-run homer by Drew Bianco. So let's see if LSU can pound it again. And that ball is going to be in there for ball 1-0. So it's Beloso coming up.
Basically, because they needed someone to settle down the second base.
It's going to be in the dirt, so that's going to bring the count to 2-0.
Himself in center field now after the DiGiacomo injury, and now being productive here in the deciding game of this region.
Well, it's been a roller coaster career for Drew Bianco at LSU. It's been in and out, back and forth, ups and downs, but the kid never quit. And he believed in himself, and he had a chance to transfer last year. He said, you know what? I'm going to come back to LSU where I wanted to go to school, and I'm going to tough it out. I'm going to be a part of this team. And right now, he is playing a huge part for LSU.
I mean, I'm glad to see Bianco just hitting that ball to left center field.
Bianco's 7th home run of the season. Watch him sink into his legs to go get this.
He just hit it.
So he doesn't get
Wow.
out, he just sinks down right there to those big old legs and drives this ball out toward left center field. Isaac Ayon knew it. This ball was going to be close. This is a good move. He recognized the break ball. You see how the weight didn't go forward? He just sinks down nice and balanced and finds the barrel for
That was just a dinger of a home run. Bianco. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see Bianco hitting that home run to cut the lead, to put the lead to
Isaac
one.
Ayon retired the first 4 Tigers he faced. Struck out Cruz, the toughest out in the lineup.
Pitch in there for a strike.
Got Arnold to go.
So that's going to be 2-1 on Beloso.
It was a 1-2-3.
So let's see if Beloso can do some damage here in this in the 6th. Ground off.
And put LSU in front 6-5. Eight home runs on the weekend now for LSU. And I'll tell you what,
It's going to be a ground ball.
this
To-
represented well here. That is snared by
That's gonna be an out.
2 down.
To on.
Beloso really plugged that one, but right into the glove.
That would have been a nice for a double.
Yeah, game back.
But,
Right on the line.
Beloso, but it was snared by the first baseman for the out.
One of the reasons, Ben, that the LSU job is kind of a pressure cooker is because the fans just are so invested. I mean, Baton Rouge to Eugene is not exactly close, but there is a ton of purple at PK Park today.
Well,
Like I said, they did. Whoever gets the LSU job is going to do a great job at LSU.
You know, the best fan base in college baseball. And people travel. There's a lot of expectations every year. And that's good and bad. There's a lot of interest if you love that part of it. There's also comes with a lot of criticism too.
Yep. So it's a strikeout. It's a strike 2. 1-2 is your count.
1-2 to Jordan Thompson.
I mean, look, this job, look, it's going to be tough. It's going to be whoever gets it. There's been a lot of candidates out there looking for the LSU job. A lot of candidates.
LSU has had a home run in
You might see some locally. You might see some national.
the first, 2 in the fourth, and 2 here in the second.
That's going to be
There you go.
strikeout to the inning is over. But LSU gets
But the Tigers lead it
2
9-1.
back in the inning. So the score is 6-5 here in the going to the 7th. So let's give you the plays. After 6, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, no men left on base. The home run by Bianco was a 2-run homer. So score is 6-5 LSU on top here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So, if you, like I said, if you want to talk about the LSU coaching job, you can post your comments in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Who you think is going to get the job once the season ends? So if you want to talk about that, you can post that in the comments section. We will appreciate that. Who do you think is going to get the LSU coaching gig? Because, like I said, they're going to have a very hard shoes to fill with Paul Mainieri retiring as the LSU baseball coach. So that's something right there. But I mean, look, a lot of people will buy for the LSU job to get to a national championship, to get to a College World Series every year, and also get to a regional and a super regional year after year after year. So that's something. So let's get back to
We
coverage.
welcome you back to the broadcast alongside Ben McDonald. I'm Clay Matvick. The sun is going to set on one of these teams here tonight. The winner will go on to Knoxville in the Super Regionals. What a game, Ben. And this is what you want in a Game 7.
So Albert comes in for Will Helmers. So Albert's coming in for
It's
Helmers.
like a heavyweight fight. I mean, it's just these two teams are going back and forth with one another. And Oregon's been on top, LSU back and forth. We go. The environment is good, and these players.
I mean, these two, like I said, it's just like a fight. They just going at each other's throats every time.
LSU's going to run another freshman arm out to the mound.
So Garrett Everett comes up, 275 ERA, 4 saves. He has 36 innings of work. He has 32 hits given up. He has 32 strikeouts, and he also has 12 walks for Garrett Everett. So he pitch coming up is going to be a fly ball to
Tanner Smith, the leadoff man, making a bid for
Gonna be
extra
foul.
bases in the left field corner, but it sails foul. Edwards was absolutely fantastic in relief of Mikhail Hilliard in the win over Central Connecticut. 5 innings, no runs, 2 hits, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody.
pitch, ground ball.
Smith.
It's going to be snared. Nope, it's going to be a base hit. So it's a fielder's error for Thompson. So fielder's error for Thompson. Smith gets on at first.
Outstanding double play a while ago, but it's kind of a routine ball just to his right. And you can see right there the ball hops up and gets him in the heel of the glove. We talked about LSU, 7 errors coming in.
He's got to, like I say, he's got to learn to feel that ball.
Defense. You keep giving these Oregon Ducks extra opportunities, especially this.
They're gonna pop you.
And it can really bite you.
They're gonna pop you.
It's been a clean game up to now for both teams, but Thompson charged with an error.
That pitch gonna be in there for a ball.
First time tonight for the Ducks, they've got the lead.
Defensively, you got to play sound against this team, against Oregon, because they will pop you.
You see how aggressive the Ducks are on the bases, trying to stay out of the double play. They've wrapped into 1 tonight.
That's gonna be fouled off.
This is the part of that lineup that just scares you, Clay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the part of that lineup. You start running through your van, Zavala, and Matthews, you better be on point as a pitcher.
Yep.
Jovan doesn't have a hit yet. Practice
Jovan.
since Friday when he had 2 home runs. Get the punchies too.
It's gonna be deep, and it's gonna go bye-bye. Told you. 7-6. Net a 2-run home. That's why you gotta watch that. This has been an absolute shoot 'em out game right here. Sure, Jovan hits a 2-run home.
th home run of the year for Kenyon Jovan. And the Ducks surge back into the lead.
Think he's fired up a little bit. Think those Ducks aren't feeling it right now. And how big is the arrow?
They know they want this game. They know they want this game. Pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1. 7-6 to score. 2-run homer by LSU and 2-run homer to put Oregon on top 7-6. Pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. So that's going to be strike 2. No, strike 1. 1-1.
Back in the 3rd. At that time, it made it 4-2.
That's going to make it 1-2.
Now it's 1-2 to Zavala. Kenyon Yovan, 3 hits in the tournament, all home runs.
Swing and a miss.
That gets away. And that's a strikeout.
Yep, it is a strikeout. So strikeout for Zavala.
Straight away center field, and he knew it when it touched his back. The ankle goes back, but out of room. And watch this bounce. You talk about balance and power. He leaned back on it. That little hop at the end gave it away. There was no doubt.
Nope.
Should be a tie ball game. That's what we kept saying. We said it in the open. That error is going to be a big part of this. LSU had to be clean on defense. That cost them an extra run.
Yep. Exactly.
First error of the night for LSU, but yeah, it bites it.
Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count to 1-1.
LSU was down 5-2 in this game, came roaring back to take the lead, and now Ducks playing from out in front again. Two balls and a strike to senior first baseman Gabe Matthews.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Now 2-2.
That's going to bring it 2-2.
Matthews, a super senior, as they're calling him this year, chose to come back to Oregon. Wanted to experience the NCAA tournament. First for Oregon since 2015. So his class getting the taste and just a win away from the Supers now.
So it's going to be all the way into the wall.
Get it back on the infield.
So it's going to be a double.
Second with a double is Matthews.
So it's like I said, Oregon's Tom, they hit the ball now. They're absolutely
It's
just.
been a veteran approach for the Ducks. Another ball shot the other way. As soon as they got over George Thomas' head, Gabe Matthews thinking too. He never checked up, hustling, and right on into second base for a double.
They're hitting the ball.
And Alan Dunn, the pitching coach, in his 10th year on the staff, comes out to talk to Edwards.
Edwards has to start throwing strikes. Simple as that. He should start throwing those balls up where they can hit them. But he's got to put them outside the zone where they cannot hit them.
Mikhail Hilliard started the game. Went 1 inning. Ty Floyd pitched an inning. Michael Fowler went 2. Helmers went 1. Now Garrett Edwards. And you can see Landon Marceau.
Landon Marceau's in the bullpen.
Is in the bullpen now, Ben. And you called this. You thought it was a pretty good likelihood that he might get an opportunity in this game. And it appears that that's going to be the case at some point.
Yeah, well, Marceau threw on Friday night. They had 2 days off. Typically, this is your side day, right? You normally throw 30 or 40 pitches in the side. And so it wouldn't surprise me at all. We saw Marceau for an inning or two.
Matthews at second, 1 out for Kasevich.
And that pitch can be in the dirt, so it's going to be ball 1.
Kasevich 1 for 3. Single in the third, wrapped into a double play in the 5th.
Yep. That's going to bring the count to 2-0. He's not throwing strikes. He's simply not throwing strikes in this at bat right here.
But if you're Garrett Edwards, you got to know the situation. First base is open. Still trying to get him out, but no cookies here. You got to make your best pitch.
Swing and a
He
miss.
came back with an off-speed pitch, not giving in, understanding the situation.
Yeah, he cannot leave a runner on first because if another hitter comes up and hits a home run like Dolman did, that's going to be a problem for LSU.
Two balls and a strike.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here's your pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 3-1. I mean, he got that 1 strike he did throw an off-speed pitch. Why can't he throw an off-speed pitch? But that doesn't. I don't understand that.
Oregon with another power bat in the on-deck circle and Anthony Hall. Who had 2 homers on Friday.
Pitch.
Long set. Here comes the 3-1 and strike. 3-2.
So that's going to be 3-2.
What's a big-time pitch? 3-1, and Edwards just spins that breaking ball to get it back to 3-2.
So it's a good breaking ball. Glad to see those breaking. Glad to see him getting back into the with this count. He had 3-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. And they'll throw the first in time.
It's unoccupied.
That's big-time execution by the true freshman Garrett Edwards. Got down 2-0.
So finally, he just absolutely just did a pretty good job on that pitch. I mean, first couple of pitches, he was just absolutely throwing slap pitches and just. But the breaker and the off speed got him back into the forward. So Paul Madera comes up to put in Landon Marceau. Landon Marceau comes in here in the bottom of the top of the 7th, score 7-6.
A lot of snacks are packed with air.
So I say this, look, Garrett Edwards, look, he gave it his all, but look, you got to put somebody in there that's going to get the job done. Landon Marceau, let's give you his numbers. I'm going to go ahead and give you his numbers. Let me get that number up on the screen. Okay, Landon Marceau's numbers, 6-6, 97 innings of pitch. He gave up 85 hits, 33 runs, 26 was earned, 25 strikeouts and walked. He had 25 walks and 110 strikeouts. So he gave up 6 home runs. So it's kind of home run prone, Landon Marceau. So that's one of the issues. So next battle is going to be Hall. He had a double in the top of the 2nd, 2 strikeouts in the 4th and the 6th. So your score is 7-6 here in the top of the 7th. So Hall comes up. Here we're waiting for the broadcast. Here on the ESPN broadcast is in commercial. Let's see who's in in the chat room. Looks like we got not many. So we'll get back to game coverage.
Mark Wasikowski calls Kenyon Yovan the team Sasquatch. He's big, he's physical, he's imposing. And he's got 3 home runs in this regional, the most recent one giving Oregon the 7-6 lead in this deciding game in the Eugene Regional. Winner onto the Supers in Knoxville next week. The 4th lead change of this game. So Garrett Edwards is
So,
and now finally
Landon Marceau comes in. Let's see if Landon Marceau can get this out in the inning. Here's a pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. So good offering by Marceau. So it brings it 0-1. We just went over his numbers.
110 punch outs and 97 of the 30 innings pitched.
6 losses, a lot of tough luck losses. Like his starts, he hasn't had much run support. Different role here tonight.
Pitch. Fouled off, so it's going to break it 0-2.
Gets quickly ahead of Anthony Hall, the center fielder. He's 1 for 3.
Well, that's his pitch. That's a difference maker. It's a low 90s fastball he'll use on both sides of the plate. But that breaking ball and his changeup are the difference maker.
Pitch coming up. That's going to be, yep, HPP. So Hall goes first and second. I don't know why Marshall did that. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. Force that back foot. So that's a bad pitch right there. He didn't, like I said, that's something we cannot afford.
Kobe Shane is going to run it first for Anthony Hall.
This guy, he hits a double. This game's going to be wide open. They're going to bust it wide open.
He's staying the game in center field. He's got a defensive replacement in this regional already in center. 2 on, 2 out, and Sam Nowitzki up to face Marceau.
Sam Nowitzki comes up. Here's your pitch. In there for a strike.
Strike 1.
So that's going to bring it 0-1. He hit a double tonight, so he could just absolutely just bomb it if he wanted to. Kind of get the lead increase. Pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. So it's going to be 0-2. Behind on 1-1. Excuse me, 1-1.
Well, we talk about 2 out, hitting with runners in scoring position. Seems like that's always the difference.
Pitch. Fly ball to center field. And that is going to be caught. And the inning is over.
To end the inning. But an error and a 2-run shot for Yovan puts Oregon back in front in Eugene. 7th inning strike.
So 7 inning strikes. We're on top. Oregon on top 7-6. So the score plays after 7. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. That was in the top of the 7th. The score is once again 7-6. So I'll be honest with you, LSU, these at bats right now, they're down 7-6. They're down by 1. They can start getting some runs in bunches. I mean, LSU has to, like I said, they have to start getting those runs because the next 3 innings are going to be very crucial. So score 7-6 here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Let's give you an update on the Nuggets and Suns. We'll give you an update on Nuggets and Suns. Okay, Nuggets and Suns update. It is 120-102. Phoenix on top in the 4th quarter, 51 seconds remaining in the game. So it looks like Phoenix will go up 1-0 against Denver. So it is 120-105. So the game's going on in the quarter number 4. Then we'll get back to LSU baseball.
Well, Dylan Cruz has had a great tournament. 0 for 3 in this ball game, but I mean, he has carried LSU in several of these games this weekend.
Yeah, he's going to work. As soon as he got inserted back to that leadoff spot for LSU, he has made a lot of noise. There, LSU is going to have to do it off the closer for the Ducks. Colby Summers, 20th appearance of the year. How about that?
Colby Summers, this young man. Let's see, let's show you his ERA. ERA is
2 games in this regional. It's a good fastball.
so yes, ERA is 220, 222 ERA. He has 24 innings of work. He has 11 hits, 6 runs, 6 was earned, walks 13, struck out 33. So this is a pretty good pitcher. We have to be very careful of.
9-1-2 for LSU. Trailing in this ball game by a run. They have last ups. Got 9 outs to work with. So they're trying to extend the career of Paul Mainieri, their longtime head coach. And the Ducks trying to get.
So Alex Milazzo comes up 0 for 2 for him.
In the program's history. Went in 2012.
Pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. That's going to bring the count 0-1.
There's Cruz. We're at an 0 for 3 tonight.
Pitch. Swing and a miss.
2 strikes to the LSU catcher.
So that's going to be 0-2 for Milazzo. Pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to be 1-2.
Since 1999, LSU is 4-1 in winner-take-all regional game 7s. Meanwhile, the Ducks lost to Rice in 2013, their only game 7.
That's going to be in there for a.
Where was
So that's going to be 2-2.
Well, we've seen a pretty tight strike zone, I think, what you normally see in college baseball here in this region. We've talked about it several times.
Seven 6 to score. Oregon on top. Here's a pitch.
2-2 to Milazzo. And now a full count.
That's going to be a full count on Milazzo.
Third appearance on the weekend for Summers. Hasn't allowed a run yet. In his 2 innings, 3 strikeouts. He was the guy who got the save in the Central Connecticut win on Friday.
Strike 3 call. So it goes down.
Big time pick.
So Dylan Cruz comes up here in the bottom of the 7th.
The leadoff batter of the inning, and he bends a breaking ball in there and gets a strikeout. And that's the guy you got to get, because you don't want to face this guy with runners on.
Yeah, the guy that they call college baseball's Mike Trout.
That pitch is in there for a strike. That's Dylan Cruz.
Called their teammate Dylan Cruz. Little Mike Trout. It's been very Trout-esque this weekend.
Pitch.
The 0-1.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
So that's going to be 0-2. He's going to go down on strikes too. Now they just keep giving Oregon those 0-2 pitches.
He doesn't hook with that fastball right down to the bottom of the league. He starts the breaking ball right out of the same funnel. It comes towards home plate. Looks like a fastball, but it's going down the whole time.
Pitch coming up. So that's going to make the count 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's just one of them show-me fastballs. The way Summers has that breaking ball working right now, I think he's going to get that breaking ball. It starts right at the knees, and he'll try to bury it just on top of home plate. See if he can get a swing and a miss.
Pitch. So that's going to bring the count 2-2.
Summers could get him because there's a chance Oregon might not have to face Cruz again.
Swing and a miss.
Two down.
Two strikeouts in a row.
Kobe Summers is showing you a little something right now. He's showing you just what he's made of. A lot of fastballs and that breaking ball, he just kind of bends it. It's in the zone, it's gone the last 4 or 5 feet.
Jack Warner comes up.
And now
For the
Arnold
Tigers,
is looking
his
for
pitch.
the fifth.
It's going to be Justin Biddle's low. That's going to bring the ball to 1-0. Pitch, swing and a miss. So it counts 1-1 for Zach Arnold.
Summers is locking in now. Third pitcher tonight for the Ducks. Mosiello started, went 4, gave up 4 runs. Aon came in, gave up 2 in 2 innings.
That pitch is going to be outside.
Closer
That's going to
Summers.
bring the count to 2-1. Pitch coming up. Ground ball.
Ground ball.
And that'll be a base hit.
A 2 on a base knock for Zach Arnold.
Zach Arnold gets on
That's his first hit
2
tonight.
outs.
Now we'll see what
Morgan
else he
comes
can do.
up. Let's see what Morgan can do with it.
Point play last
Yeah,
night.
it's,
He does a huge job right now. And obviously try to score some runs, but if not, get some guys on base and maybe in a 9th inning roll that line up back to the top of the Cruz and Zach Arnold and Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan comes up 1 for 3, single. Gets a pitch.
Morgan one
That's
for
going to be
3.
in there for ball 1. 1-0.
Got a ton of homers on the year for Morgan, but no doubt, home run power at times. He's got 5 on the year. He's driven in 40.
Pitch coming up for Trey Morgan. That's going to be outside, and that's going to bring the count to 2-0. Pitch. So that's going to be a strike.
For these, 2
So it's going to be 2-1.
Well, it looked like if you're going to attack Kobe Summers, everything is down. You're going to see the ball up just above your knees. He likes to start the fastball right at the knees and the breaking ball behind it. You almost have to see it up.
Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count 2-2.
A lot easier said than done.
High fly ball to left field.
Tracked down by Smith.
Going to be caught. But the inning is over.
In the 7th.
We go to the 8th by LSU, trailing 7-6. Like I said, they just absolutely just mess up. They just squander their opportunities away in this game. Arnold single. Arnold had a single. Morgan flied out. Morgan did fly out. That was on a 2-2 pitch. Cruz and Milazzo just started the inning with the strikeouts. I mean, look, you got to get your batting going because these last 3 innings, the 8th inning, the last 2 innings, the 8th and the 9th, is going to be very essential. So the score is 7-6 here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We all live. Thanks for joining us here. Looks like we still have a good crowd, 11 viewers. I see them. I'm glad to see those crowds coming up. So I'm glad to see it. So let's give you an update on Denver and Phoenix. I'm going to go ahead and give you that update before we head back to game coverage. Got 14. Final score 122-105. It's your final score. Phoenix wins. Your leading scorers tonight was Bridges with 20. Also, Jokins with 20 as well. Michael Porter had 15. Gordon had 10 for the Nuggets. So the final score. So it's now 1-0 for Phoenix. So the game 2 will be on Thursday. So game 2 will be on Thursday for them. We'll get back to game coverage and we get the game audio back in so you can hear it. Landon Marceau
for the Tigers begins the 8th.
So let's see what they can. Let's see if we can get some outs here. Pitch. In there for a strike. That's going to even the count 1-1.
Sam Olsen has had 19 at bats. Jack Scanlon gets injured last night. He has to step in. Hasn't played a whole lot, and all he has done tonight is grab 2 base hits and a sacrifice fly.
Swing and a miss. So that will bring the count to 1-2. Pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Rolls to first in time.
Olsen is retired to start the 8th inning, and that'll bring up Gavin Grant. There's one other ball game going on in college baseball tonight, Ben, and that's in the Stanford Regional, Game 7 between the Cardinal and the Anteaters with UC Irvine. Stanford leading 10-4. That game's starting to get late. It's in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. UC Irvine is the home team.
It's going to be a high fly ball left field.
Still going.
And be
making the catch.
caught.
Dugas, right.
Gavin Dugas makes the catch, so 2 gone.
Grant made a bid for his 3rd home run of the year.
Boy, did he hit that one. I didn't think that ball had a chance to go that far, but it brought Gavin Dugas all the way back to the wall. With his throwing hand, he's going to reach out, feel the fence, he go up, and I mean, just at the wall, makes the play, and Landon Marceau can take a breath now. He was holding his breath. I have been there before.
Swing and a miss. That's going to be Smith.
Back to the top of the order in Tanner Smith. An RBI single in 4 trips.
Pitch coming up. That's going to be in there for ball.
In Columbia, South Carolina, between Old Dominion and Virginia, hasn't come to a conclusion yet because Game 7 postponed until 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. It's already morning, not on the East Coast. Weather's been a problem here.
Yeah, it's late night here. It's going to be a base hit. So Smith gets his on segment.
Another 2-out base runner for the Ducks. So here are the teams that are already on to the Super Regional round. And you can see that the SEC is well represented. Arizona out of the Pac-12 is in. Maybe Stanford as well later tonight. If they can brush off UC Irvine, they've got a 6-run lead in that game.
It's coming up.
Texas Tech, 5 supers the last 7 seasons.
That's going to be in the dirt. The throw is going to be
Yovan with a 2-run homer.
and he's out. The inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Scores 7-6 Oregon.
I'm David Collado,
So
president.
we'll turn the sound down just so we don't have to no commercials or music playing in it. So once again, the score 7-6 here, LSU and Oregon. Once again, if LSU wins, we will have the regional next week. So we'll have LSU coverage next week. So if LSU wins tonight, we will have the game coverage next week for you against Tennessee. So we will be doing that for you. But if LSU lose, we won't have. So we'll have another game. So thanks for. Also, we'll have sports talk tomorrow. We won't have it tonight after the game. It's going to be really late, so we'll have it tomorrow. Sports hopefully at night. So we'll probably have it at night. So sports talk will be on tomorrow night after the tomorrow night.
The NCAA Baseball Regionals presented
We're back
by
on.
Capital One. The Oregon Ducks have been a great host. The NCAA Super Regional round starts on Friday across the ESPN networks and, of course, the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com. Hey, buddy, it's been great to be in the saddle with you this weekend. Ben McDonald, Clay Matt.
Pitch,
And
swing and a miss.
getting closer to the finish line. Oregon with a 1-run lead.
Yep.
This has been fun. This is what
This has been an absolute game right here. So Gavin Dugas tonight, 2 solo homers tonight. So it was solo homer and a 2-run homer.
For Dugas.
Pitch. It's going to be up inside. That's going to be 1-1.
Colby Summers, the closer, came on last inning. Gave up a base hit, but also a couple of strikeouts and a clean 7th inning.
That's going to be a pitch.
Off the
That's
plate,
going to be in there
2-1.
for makes it 2-1.
LSU would love to come back and get another chance at Tennessee next weekend. Remember, during the regular year, the ball slapped them around pretty good. They got swept in Knoxville.
Fouled off.
Foul.
Yeah, that is a tough place to play, and I remember that weekend. LSU was in 2 of those ball games right at the end. But Tennessee has done it to so many people this year. So many come from behind, walk-off wins.
So one against Wright State.
Pitch coming up here. 2-2.
For Tennessee. 2-2 to Dugas.
That's going to make it 3-2.
It's a full count.
Well, if you throw it 2-2, you'll probably throw it again 3-2 because you got a good feel for it. You just miss, and Colby Summers has done that. We saw a 3-2 breaking ball to Alex Velazquez, the first batter he faced.
Ball 4. Galvin Dugas gets on at first, and nobody, no outs.
And the go-ahead run comes to the plate. Here's what's at stake. Oregon trying to get to the Supers for the second time. LSU, 15th time. And again, the winner faces the number 3 national seed, Tennessee, in Knoxville.
That's something. That's going to be a game right there. Whoever plays it, if it's LSU or if it's Oregon.
Absolutely, and the percentages say it too. The home team wins 2/3 of the time in the Super Regionals. But Jeremy Mills had an unusual stat we saw today. And for regionals, when a team comes out of the losers bracket to force a Game 7, they win that Game 7 over 53% of the time.
Yeah.
Slight advantage, yeah.
Fouled off. Kay Doherty batting.
They have the momentum.
That's right. It's about momentum, and you grab that momentum in Game 1, and all of a sudden, the team that was undefeated, all of a sudden, they realized that when you're undefeated, you see Rubianko on deck and what he's done tonight. When you're undefeated, you know you got 2 games to play with. All of a sudden, you get beat. Then the pressure really starts to mount at that point, especially when you're at home and you're a national seed.
That's going to make the count 1-1.
Pressure pretty well. Leading by a run late. Doty working on a 2-hit night, and now time called. Sam Olsen will walk out to the mound. Jakey Angier, the pitching coach, is going to make an appearance. There's Mark Wasikowski. He told us this week, I let Jake handle everything pitching-wise. I let my coaches coach. And there's no doubt that Mark has pushed all the right buttons in his first couple of years leading this program.
Yeah, I love that. You know, as a head coach, you can't do it all. I mean, you can't be in charge of it. And he's one of the guys that goes out and actually coaches third base. So he's in charge of the offensive side of things. He lets his pitching coach handle the rest of it.
Yeah. That's good. That's what I like.
Summers worked around a base runner last inning. We'll see if he can work around this one. Ball and a strike to Doty. A double in the first, an infield single, and a run scored in the 6th.
Pitch coming up. It's going to be in there for a base hit. What's up? It's up at 12:42. Your time, 11:04.
Don't have school tomorrow, so.
You're at school? All right.
Hey, how's it going? I haven't been here in a long time.
I'm doing all right.
What's new?
Not much. Got to win this game.
When's the next playoff game you're doing?
Next game I'll probably be doing maybe the LSU loses tonight. I might just do the NBA again. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll come back.
All right, I'll see you. All right, once again, Isaac coming in here late. So 7-6 to score. LSU on top. Oregon on top of getting. I've been getting into this game tonight. 7-6 Oregon. Let's see if LSU can get these runs home. Because we have to get these runs home. It's very important.
You talk about getting the one with 2 legs. He's sunk down.
Fans.
And he sinks this one out to left center field, just over the wall for a 2-run shot.
It's 8 o'clock. It's 11.
He doesn't need.
It's 11. It's 11 over there. It's 8 over. It's probably 8 over there.
And all he's got to do at this point to tie this game is just hit a bouncing ball to one of the middle infield.
They just got to hit. They hit a 3-run home and they could just bomb this game. They could just put this game be a 2-run game.
It's crunch time, folks.
Because like I said, this inning right here, this bottom of the 8 is very important, and also the bottom of the 9
And look, as a
get
player,
there.
I don't think you feel that right there. And as a player, you love these kind of moments and you want to be in them. That's what you compete for. This is why you do all the extra work and during the summer and the two-a-days and all that kind of stuff to be in these kind of positions.
There you
A
are.
chance to go to a super regional and win 2 ball games
Come in.
and end
Let
up
him come in.
at the ultimate stage, and that's Omaha, Nebraska.
Pitch. Bianco hit. Bianco did hit a home run. I think it was the center field. So if he could get one in the gap, that could we could bust this game wide open completely. Here's your pitch. Runners at first and second, swing and a miss. So that's going to be 1-1. I'm doing reasons. Pitch coming up. Fouled off. That's 1-2. He's getting his hacks. Bianco's getting his hacks. He's getting his hacks. If he can hit a 2-run homer, or hit a 2 or 3-run homer, it would make this game. It would be a 10-7 game, a 3-run game. Swing and a miss. You got one out. That's a 4-seamer. He just absolutely just ran that 4-seamer right at him. So Beloso comes up here in the bottom of the 8th, scores 7-6. Beloso could get a hit. I want to see Beloso put one in the gap and try to score those 2 runs. That would make it 8-6, 7 LSU. Pitch. That's going to be low in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 1-0.
So the defensive positioning still the same for the Ducks. Both the second baseman and shortstop still playing back. Still going to concede the run.
That ball is going to be in the dirt, so it's 2-0.
Got 2 guys at third, Doty at second, and the Tigers.
So Dugas,
to get at least one of these in.
Dugas at third, Doty at second.
Summers trying to lock back in.
Let's see if you get a good hit here.
Coming out of the pen.
Pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. 2-1. Pitch. Ground ball.
First baseman.
Go to first. Save! And the game is tied at 7. So LSU ties the game at 7.
Dugan's got under the tag.
Nice little hit right there. So they'll throw the first. They'll throw to the plate. They had a great throw, but he was safe. He was safe. So the Tigers tied the game at 7. Runners at first and third. Now we can break it open now. We can absolutely break this game wide open. We can break this game wide open.
Looks like the left hand is clearly in to me before the tag is applied. The tag was kind of down towards the backside. They're going to take a look at this one.
No, that was a safe call. That was safe. That was safe.
So the home plate umpire, Mike Morris, goes over.
That was safe. That was absolutely safe.
Look at it back at headquarters. Here's one more look. This is our best angle.
Let's show you. This is their angle. Let's see. No.
He's safe.
He is safe. His hand was on that plate. He is safe. He's safe. If they call back, that is a bullshit fucking call. That is an absolute bullshit fucking call. If they don't call it safe.
It'll be an RBI fielder's choice for Beloso if it stands up. We think it will. Tied at 7. And just one out. With runners at the corners.
Jordan Thompson comes up as an opportunity. I want to see him break this game wide open.
And Jordan Thompson at the plate now for LSU. I think that was our quickest review of this tournament so far. Thompson 0 for 2 in the walk. Give LSU the lead.
The middles are still going to turn 2 up the middle. Not bringing the infield in.
I would hit that ball right into the gap and just slap it. That's what I would do. That was LSU. I would hit that ball right into the gap. Just break it open. Pitch coming up, bunt. And that's 1-0 on the count.
No strikes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. A lot that could happen. You can see a squeeze. You can see a safe squeeze.
All it's got to do is just put a bunt down towards that third baseline and try to get the fielders to try to field it. Draw to first, the runner gets back. So they have to worry about the scoring runner right there. That is the concern right there. That they go into first and he'll steal that bag.
7-7.
Pitch.
Run in for LSU here in the 8th.
And if you're Colby Summers, you're thinking ground ball.
Right.
You're thinking a ground ball double play to get off the field. Now, if you get the 2 strikes, obviously you will think strikeout at that point. But it's got to be thinking ground ball. He's a ground ball guy. He likes to keep everything right at the bottom of the plate.
Throw to first. Back in time. I don't know why he's worried about that runner at first. He's got to worry about that runner at third. If that runner at third, then that's the scoring. That's the leading run right there.
He hasn't attempted a stolen base all year. Maybe not in his career. I don't know. The 1-0.
In there for a strike.
Strike now to
That's
Thompson.
1-1.
The go-ahead run at third in Cade Building.
That's the one you got to worry about, the go-ahead run. He's throwing it to first again. Back in time.
LSU seeking its 15th Super Regional appearance, which would move them past Cal State Fullerton for second most all time. Florida State has more than anybody else with 17.
These have been an absolute. Pitch.
Ooh, are they going to call a bunt? Yes,
He gets the bird! So the runner will go to second. And the run will come home on the bar. So 8-7 LSU on top. Hey, what's up? Wherever you are, Lyle, let's see who you are. How you doing? Good evening.
But the first baseman, Matthews, is nowhere near first base. You can see the
It was a walk, so.
It's just like, he doesn't know what's going on. And somebody was not on the same page, and it's cost Oregon big time here.
That was their mistake. He kept throwing over the first, over and over and over and over.
There's your ball right there. Well, Olsen was supposed to go
Sacra will go in for Bianco will be the pitch runner.
And when Matthews vacated first base, he couldn't throw over. It was going to be a ball.
Now you have a chance to bust it wide open.
Again, Olsen, just his third start this year.
Just a one-run game. You have a chance to bust it wide open.
There was a lot going on. And I was
See, Thompson, it counts still 1-1 on Thompson.
They thought LSU was squeezing. They were going to crash the corners because they run out of home plate.
A 2-run inning for LSU. Our fifth lead change of the ninth.
Pitch. Oh. Nope.
Safford into the game to pinch run for Meloso.
So Safford in. That's going to be in the dirt. And the runner stays at second. So if you can, like I said, if we can bust this game wide open, it'll be a 9.
This would be one of the
It'll be a 9-7 game.
ways to lose a game in a regional tournament.
Yeah, if you're Colby Summers, you got to draw a line in the sand right now. You can't allow another run.
You got to bust this you got to bust it wide open here. We got to bust this wide open. It's 8-7.
This would be the first LSU comeback win of the season when trailing after 7. Have taken the lead here in the 8th inning.
That's going to be line drive base hit. And that's going to bring in the run. Run's going to be coming home. And it's going to be 9-7. So 9-7 LSU. Thompson gets the base hit. Safford scores.
Freshman to begin the year on the bench for LSU gets his biggest base hit of the year.
Now, like I said, it's 9-7. We just got to continue doing what we're doing. Just keep pounding the pavement here in this 8th inning because we don't want to give up. We don't want to give up because their Oregon batters are going to be very potent when it comes to the 9th inning. You got to watch out for the 9th inning. So I keep this inning going as long as I can.
0 for 3 9. Cruz on deck.
He pitches in there for a strike. Yeah.
Still Cruz. It hasn't been his best night at the plate, but he has had a great tournament with 10 hits in the regional. The 0-1 from Schiller.
So it's going to be a strike. So it's going to bring it the count 0-2 to Malazzo.
And that's the one that's unhittable, the backdoor breaking ball.
Now it's the time for Malazzo to
The leadoff walk.
break out of
Zone for LSU in this half inning.
that's going to be a foul. So it's still 9-7.
Yeah, it's been a confusing inning, and you feel for Colby Summers. It just feels like his rhythm got messed up with all the pickoffs and everything that was going on.
That's his fault. He kept throwing the first over and over and over just to see if he was going to steal the base. He got a bark. So he struck out Milazzo, so that's 2 gone. Now Dylan Cruz coming up.
Fourth strikeout for Summers. Just trying to keep this just a 2-run deficit going into the 9th.
He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Look at those Ducks fans. Says it all.
That's going to be in there for a strike. So 0-1 for Cruz. Dylan Cruz is 0 for 2 for tonight. But you got to let's hope this will be a great time for him to break out of that slump with a hit. Fouled off.
Straight foul. Man, this is far from over. You look ahead to the Oregon 9th inning. Yovan, Zavala, Matthews. I mean, if you were going to pick 3 guys out of their lineup that you would want up in that order, that's them. It's right there. Yovan, Zavala, Matthews.
And a fan of college baseball, you wouldn't want it to be any other.
That's going to be low. Makes it 1-2.
Or does the closer Devin Fonto come in and try to finish it off?
This is going to be the 30th pitch of what has turned into a nightmare inning for closer Colby Summers.
Pitch coming out. That's going to make it 2-2. Look, I would like to see a breakout inning right here. Bust them out. Bust them out innings right here for LSU. We got to keep going here because in Oregon, they're going to have their hitters up. Those powerful hitters.
There's the closer.
That's been benefiting this game tonight. So.
He gives him the 9th.
Fly ball to the center field, and it's going to be caught. The inning is over, but LSU put 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 8th. The score is 9-7. So 9-7 is the score here. Let's give you the line. Let's give you the pitching line on pitching line on Marcel, 1 in 1 inning. He gave up 1 hit. He struck out 1. He faced 5 batters, so it's probably going to be another batter pitcher coming in. That's going to be Fontenot. So hopefully they like I said, it's going to be probably Fontenot's going to be the new pitcher here in the top of the 9th. Once we the hitters up for Oregon. This is not going to be a good one. It's going to be let me get this the hitters up. Let me put those up on the screen. Okay, I'm going to switch to my lineups. Okay, Yovan comes up. Yovan's been 1 for 3 tonight. He's been absolutely. And then Zabeda comes up for so that's a lineup you're going to have to be really, really careful of. It's Yovan and Zabeda. So you score once again. It's 9-7. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for staying up with us late here on tonight's broadcast. We appreciate you coming in tonight. So once again, tell your friends to share this video with anybody. So appreciate it. That's how we get our views up. That's how we get our subscription.
A 3-run eighth inning for LSU.
So
and now they are 3
LSU, if LSU wins tonight, they will head over to Knoxville to play Tennessee next weekend. So let's see if they're going to keep
Yovan, Zavala, and Matthews, 2, 3, and 4.
Zavala and Matthews. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in there for strike one. So that's going to bring the count on 1. So Marceau will stay in. It's not going to be Fontenot. So Yovan comes up. These are guys you got to be careful of. Pitch. That pitch could be in there for ball 1. 1-1.
There's Fontenot ready to be called upon.
I mean, I would keep him. I would see what Marceau has. Try to see if he can get some outs here. It's be fouled off. So that's going to bring the count to 1-2 for Yovan. Fouled off. Of course, the backstop, so that brings the count still 1-2.
Boy, Yovan does not get cheated. I mean, he swings at it. And why not with the year that he's had? 17 home runs, 57 RBIs.
Pitch coming up. And strike go! Yovan goes down those strikes.
One fastball to get ahead by Marceau, and then all breaking balls after that.
Zavala comes up here in the outside. He's also been just doing damage tonight as well. It's another one hit a home run tonight in this game.
Now Zavala, he has a 2-run homer tonight. Also a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Oregon has 1 9th inning come from behind win this year. Came away from the season opener.
In there for a strike. So Zavala comes up.
Came from 3-0 down.
So 1 down in the inning.
3.
Pitch. That's going to be ball. That should have been strike, but there was a little tight count. So 1-1 is the count. Swing and a miss. So that's going to bring the count to 1-2.
LSU inching closer to a 5th regional title in the last 6 years.
So that's going to bring the count to 2-2.
Again, this is a team that was on the bubble on Memorial Day. There were some people that thought maybe LSU didn't deserve to get in.
Well, when you win 13 games, that's what you win the conference.
Yeah, they did. They, like I said, LSU got the
that play-in game at the SEC tournament against Georgia. It was Landon Marceau on the mound, and the LSU took the loss. They had to sit and wait.
ground ball. Be a base hit. So Oregon gets a runner at first. So base hit.
Well, this is a rocket shot right at Tate Doty. See Doty the top of your screen, he's ready. Oh, the overruns this one. That ball had a little bit of English. That's a perfect use. That ball went back to the left, back towards third base. That'll be an arrow.
Scored.
The last time LSU made an arrow.
Oh, wow, it's getting scored. It's base hit.
Second error tonight for LSU.
Yep, so it gets scored. Base hit.
Doubles last time up.
Runner at first, one out.
Represents the tying run.
Matthews, here's your pitch in there for a strike. So that's going to bring the count 0-1. You just got to get a double play to try to get out of the inning. Get pitch coming up.
And Marceau steps on time call.
So time call. That gets in there for a strike. So that's going to make it 0-2. So 0-2 is your count. See if they can get him swinging.
There's fun, no, if he's needed.
Pitch. Fouled off. So that's, once again, that brings the count still 0-2.
LSU trying to get Paul Maneri another trip to Knoxville, Tennessee. Get him back to SEC country. The 0-2.
Fouled off. Still 0-2.
Well, what about this is Matthews is locked in at home plate.
I'm gonna tell you, he needed to bust him in with a strike to hit his, to get the second out.
This is why Matthews came back for an opportunity like this. The senior, super senior, if you will.
Pitch.
Again, the 0-2.
So it's going to make it 1-2. So the count's 1-2. That should have been a strike, but unfortunately it's ball.
There's your high fastball. Those probably just changing the eye level a little bit. You got to think Landon Marceau's going right back to that great ball with that breaking ball. Well, he's one of the top strikeout pitchers in the SEC.
Well, outside, that's going to bring the ball count to 2-2.
Again, Maneri's got Fundo ready to go.
If we get into a jam.
Zavala at first, 1 out, the 2-2.
So that's going to be ball 3. He's got to start throwing strikes. I mean, why is it hard to throw strikes?
0-2 to 3-2.
I mean, we had an 0-2 count on him. He should have just busted him inside with a curveball or something or whatever fast pitch that he had and struck him out. Simple as that. Pitch, ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit. That's why I said this is a very volatile situation here. Runners at first and third.
Well, that's a big league at bat. Big time at bat by Gabe Matthews. Ball off some tough breaking balls, got down the count 0-2, got it back to 3-2, and hits a single right back up the middle. And here come the Ducks.
On the 8th.
Palmer, I mean, I think he's got to get him out. Get him out of here.
Against Landon Marceau.
And put Fontenot in.
And Paul Maneri comes out.
Because when you give up a base hit and have a runner at first and third, you're in a lot of trouble.
You don't think he's hoping to get that ball game?
He's behind that fence waiting. He needs to look. He needs to calm down. He needs to get his head out of his ass and start throwing strikes. Instead of sitting there throwing balls and throwing outside of the strike zone.
And the guy that's been his Friday night guy all year long. The close is ready in the bullpen, but Marcel is going to stay on the mound.
I mean, I just hope he throws strikes here. Try to get these outs here.
He represents the tying run. The winning run is at the plate at Kasevich.
Gets in there for
The first pitch to him misses tonight.
ball one. That's why I say he needs to throw the strikes. He's throwing. That's the first pitch he missed on that. He wants to get in. I know he wants to get in. Fontenot, he wants to get in.
He can't stand it. He said, "Put me in, coach."
2-0.
So that right there, that is idiotic. He's got to throw those strikes. What is wrong with him?
That would be a gift for LSU right now. Oregon trying to make some history. Trying to get to their second super regional in program history.
Ground ball to third, the throw to first, in time 9-8 to score. So the run scores, so it's 9-8. So 2 outs in the inning. I see if Marcel can close it down. He's got to throw strikes. He's been throwing really abysmal low.
I think we're going to get a pinch hitter. I think Tristan Manoyan is going to be called upon to pinch hit here for the Ducks.
So Tristan,
He made an appearance in last night's ball game against the Tigers.
Tristan Hammer Olu. Saying it right.
Bencher represents the tying run at 7.
So first pitch coming up is in there for a strike. So Marcel, good offering by Marcel. So it makes it 0-1. So this cannot get this run up here. Pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 1-1.
That man's been in a lot of these kind of situations over the years. The 1-1 pitch.
That's going to be 2-1.
There's the pinch runner. Bryce Betcher representing the tying run. Landon Marceau on the
Pitch.
for LSU, the 2-1 pitch.
So it's now 3-1.
Just missed 3-1.
He's just throwing a bad pitch. Marcel's just throwing bad pitches inside the zone, but it's not going to be a strike. So 3-1 is the count.
There's no fastball cookies here.
He's going to have to He's going to have to start popping here. Easy pitch. Ground ball. The throw to first. Why the hell you didn't make the fucking play? What is your problem? So runners at first and third.
Landon Marshall makes a really good pitch. Looked like a changeup, but it's
Nice little pop up right there. They should have made that play. Absolutely made that play. That was just a dumb. That was just a dumb decision by them. And then you got these guys. Then you got some of these other ones that can hit a double and score runs here.
And Sam Nowitzki comes up, an RBI double. It's way back in the second inning.
Pitch inside. That's going to be strike one.
What a game this has been.
This has been something right here. I can't believe I'm getting over 30. Pitch coming up. That's going to be in there for strike two. 0-2. We got to bust him in. We got to strike him out. We're in the 0-2. We're in the 0-2. We got him in the 0-2 hole, so we got to get him out, strike him out here.
5 regional titles in the last 6 years. The Tigers give one more preliminary.
Foul off.
Just a piece of it.
Still 0-2.
How you doing, Ben?
Ben, I tell you, I got sweaty palms. It don't get any better than this. This is what it's all about. The last dance of Paul Maneri, the Oregon Ducks, you had an unbelievable year, and we're down to one strike.
One strike.
The 0-2.
Fouled off. So still 0-2. I mean, this has been an intense game, very intense game tonight. It's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
For LSU.
I couldn't believe it. It was a great pleasure calling this game tonight.
Down one. 2 on, 2 out. Nowitzki at the plate.
The best is your pitch.
The 0-2 pitch.
That's going to be outside. That's going to bring the count to 1-2.
This was after the foul ball. Let's go.
2,288 games. He's filled out a lineup card in his 39-year career.
Yeah. Pitch. Pop fly to left field. Caught! And LSU wins!
Is going to the Super League.
LSU wins. Final score 9-8 to final. Wow. All I can say is wow. This game's been absolutely off the charts tonight. Absolutely off the charts. Final score 9-8 tonight. Your winner pitcher will LSU will be going over to the Knoxville Regional next week. We will have game coverage for you. So your winning pitcher tonight was Mikael Hilliard. He had 1 inning of work. He walked 1 tonight. But LSU pitching, Landon Marshall, I'm going to tell you, sure, I criticized them throughout this whole game and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, look, at least he got it done tonight. Marshall 7-6. He 2-1, so he had 4 hits, 1 run. 1 of them was earned. He struck out 2. But Hilliard had 1 walk. Fowler had 1 strikeout, so it was 3 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts in a row for LSU tonight. So Floyd had 1 strikeout, Fowler had 2, Helmers had 2, Edwards had 2, and Marcel had 2. Tonight, the box score tonight, Dylan Cruz went 0 for 5. Zach Garner went 0 for 4. Trey Morgan went 1 for 4. Gavin Dugas went 2 for 2. Doherty went 3 for 4. Good night for him. Excellent night. Bianco went 2 for 4. Meloso 0 for 4. Safford 0 for 0. And let's see, Thompson 1 for 3, and then 0 for 4 for Milazzo tonight. Let's give you the score. We'll recap the scoring. Just a second. Okay, in the bottom of the first, LSU started off with a 2-run homer. That was in the bottom of the first. Then Oregon started scoring in the top of the second and top of the third. And also they scored in the top of the fourth. LSU in the bottom of the fourth had a home run by Dugas. Dugas. Also, Bianco scored on a wild pitch. Bianco came back in the bottom of the 6th and hit a 2-run homer. That was in the bottom of the 6th. Oregon scored in the top of the 7th on a Yovan home run. LSU broke it open in the bottom of the 8th on a fielder's error. And also, bottom of they had a balk in the game. And also, Thompson had a single. And then Colbez did score. So that was in the so it made it 9-8. So your final score 9-8 is your final. LSU wins tonight, so they will be moving on to the Knoxville Super Regional next weekend. We'll get the time and the date for that game. So once again, thanks for joining us tonight here late in the evening at 12:27 Central, 1:27 Eastern. Okay, thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate you. There were 2 hours. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there was some very dismal errors when it comes down to it. You fear Dinger. That was just next weekend they're gonna have to get their defense going because Tennessee is not gonna be no slouch when it comes down to it. They knew already about Tennessee beating them down in games. So thanks for that comment. Appreciate it. Once again, I will be back on tomorrow for Sports Talk. Everybody have a good rest of your Monday, now Tuesday morning here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So have a good evening, everyone. Tigers win 9-8. Is your final. They will move on to the Knoxville Regional, play Tennessee next weekend. So everybody have